I'm so happy just to be alive another day and to see my people here because it's all about love. So many people use your name in vain, but there's a chance I don't know how. How everybody doing in the building this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me. I appreciate you. I got to get that camera straight, so y'all bear with me, and I hope that you guys can hear me. And I'm so happy that Batty is back. Let me tell you something about a good vacation. A good vacation gives you that good recharge, and it just makes you feel like, you're just glad that you did it. And I'm telling you guys, you always think that you don't have time to do it, but you do. Believe it or not, you actually do. Hope you guys are here. Hope you guys are having a good day. Glad to see Batty back in the building. I'm glad you had a good time too, Batty. That's right, y'all. That's right. Sometimes you gotta have a vacation. You gotta get away from the crazy. You gotta break away from it. You just gotta have some time for yourself sometimes, you know? Get that nice calmness with your family sometimes. And sometimes you gotta get away from them too. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, get a hotel room, you know, just turn the AC on, get the white quilt, and then just get some snacks, and then just go to sleep, and then that's it. You don't have to do nothing else. You know, you don't need nothing else. Get yourself a hotel room, turn the AC on, get your own white quilt, and go to town. Get you some rest. How y'all doing? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. How's everybody doing this morning? We got a lot of people in the building. I'm so happy that you guys can come in and be with us. Let me hit this other monitor real quick, and you know what we're about to get into first. We do not play. We don't ditch around. We get serious, and we get right into what? Those prayers in the morning, because we don't think that we can get it right unless we say thank you, unless we give our appreciation to the man upstairs. So yes, I want to be thankful. I want to say happy new day to everybody here. I want to thank everybody for coming to see the show. I want to let you guys know we got a lot of stuff that we're going to get into, trending topics, current events, and much more. But before all that, I want to pray for everyone and let you guys know that we're about love here. We're about fun. No political party affiliation or anything like that. Just strictly trying to get conversations going so that our people, the human beings, can try to come together on a peaceful manner. We want to pray for happiness, want to pray for good spirits, want to pray for our families. I'd like to pray for our animals as well as every single person that's here. And you know we can't forget about those animals. We can't forget about those little guys, because I know we all have different ones. And again, just want to pray for every single person here, starting off with, let's go. Winter Rising, 8838, Cocoa Weeks. We also want to show some love for Jamal Crunch. Colessive, thank you so much. Rebecca, Lon, Yen Bueno, Miss Swanza, Batty Lynn, glad you're back. Liberty and Justice, how you doing? Jennifer's up there too. Okay, I see Jennifer stepped in the building. Thank you so much, Luigi, for coming in so early. That's right, you guys. We got a real load of people up here this morning, and I'm just happy that everybody is here. Also want to pray for people that are not here. That's Sam Champion, also Jeff Spilker, and Casey Ramos. Who else didn't I see that I could remember off the top of my head? Let's see, y'all. Where is Terry? Where is Tidmingen? A couple of other people that we normally see that's not here. Ad Rains, want to say what's up to you and pray for you as well, and everybody else that we may have missed. Amen. Let's get it, you guys. It's time to start our show. We got to get into it early too, because let me see. Yeah, I'm glad we right there. Woo! Glad that you guys are here. Had a little bit of technical difficulties this morning, but guess what? You know how we do. We keep moving, and then we bring it all back together. That's right, you guys. Amen. And yes, angels, that's definitely want to pray for you as well. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it. Bring it down, calm it out. And what time is it? Almost time, huh? Let me get a sip of this power water over here. Woo! That always hits the spot. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Let's go. Let's get it together. All right, loosen up. All right, I'm ready to go. Y'all ready? I'm ready. we already got this. We already got the troll starting, y'all. Floyd, see you later. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Mm, 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 mm. Wind it up. Mm, 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 mm. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here. Should be. Come on now, gotta be 6 o'clock. Let's go. I'm ready to go. They ready to go. Okay. Olay. Don't play. Open up the jacket, cause it's time to do what? That's right, y'all. We gotta open up those pores. Yeah, and today it's cold in New York. Mark Dorfman said it first. It's definitely cold out here. So you take those fingertips and you do like this, and you open up those pores. Uh, You gotta open up those pores. Uh, uh, you gotta open up those. Uh, 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 uh. I remember when I lost my mind. But there wasn't something that in place. Every emotions, every emotion was lost in space. But I was out there without a care. Cause I was out of touch. But it really didn't matter cause I didn't too much. No, I don't know this song. But if y'all sing along with the, does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. For trying to sing this song, Remember the lady in the video? She said, I remember when I lost my mind. That's what made me go get it, y'all. Because sometimes I just do some stuff. I mean, we actually the place that actually sing the song that never ends. We've done it before. And pump that beat. It's Wednesday the 8th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. I remember when I lost my mind. But there was something so sudden about that place. I don't know the song, but I like that joint because when he goes off on that, that's that Gnarls Barkley right there with your boy. Who's that? CeeLo Green. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always told you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. We got a lot to get into. Yeah, let's put that aside because it's time to get serious. Let's just do it. Y'all ready? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from because we got a lot to cover today. Yes, we got trending topics and current events, but a lot has changed within the last few hours when it comes down to Iran and United States. I'm talking about I had to stay up like, what's happening now? What's happening now? And we had to really dial it in up until 10 minutes ago, but we got it all ready for you guys. And guess what? It's ready for us to get it to you and lay it out the way it's going down. Trending topics, current events, much, much more. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on topic, and let's stay on point because I also want to know where you're chiming in from, what time it is, because I always like to look up where you're from and do the research. Because yes, sometimes I forget and sometimes I remember. I mean, we do go kind of far and wide. We went to Mount Everest yesterday. So yes, we try to get full coverage of everywhere that stuff is going on. And like I told you guys, I appreciate the fact that you're here. Let's get into it. What I'm about to say right now is let's get into these titles. Not even gonna play around because we got to get it. Had to change the header like 4 times. It was crazy today. 4 times it was bananas. But it's all good because we're here and we're all together. Thank you so much, Colessive, and welcome to the Bottom Line Gem Glove. I like that. Thank you so much. And Colessive, if you haven't not gotten a keychain yet or a decal, it's time for you to send in your photos. You see, we starting to put all of those photos up, right? We got photos with Crystal up. We got the bully. We got Casey's bully up there. That's right, you guys. We show love over here. It's also in the Discord if you guys want to go check out the images. Okay, let's keep on moving forward because we also have hours after Trump agrees to a ceasefire. Iran, yes, boom, boom, booms again with a cluster right over Israel. Let's keep on moving forward because last but not least, we got one more to hit off. That's going to be Governor Gavin. You guys can say the name, Governor Gavin. Okay, cool. His policies are sending capital. It's sending capital sprinting out of California. Governor Gavin Newsom's policies are sending capital sprinting out of Los Angeles, California, as you may know it, because everybody that's got big money, the billionaires, the millionaires, they're putting new taxes on them, and a lot of people don't really appreciate that. So they're picking up their posies and sliding up out of there. A lot of people are staying, but the majority of people getting tired of it. And same things happening in New York. Why they're doing this, I have no idea. But that's it. Trending topics, current events. Let's go. Hope you got your water, your tea. Yeah, that's right. Clean water. Make sure that you guys are filtering that water. Make sure you're not drinking anything from municipalities or like regular pipe water because we already covered that as well. Today's health and wellness section, phenomenal. Hope you guys are going to love it. It's time to get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's see what we got going on right now. What we've been doing is following up on that one story with the 7-month-old and those monsters that basically took her life. So yes, we're going to start off this morning with a little more about that story because we've been right on top of it. And what do we have this morning is they've been both arrested and now they've been indicted. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let me go ahead and get this audio going and let's get it. Let's go. Get them.
Suspects arrested in the deadly shooting of a 7-month-old in Brooklyn last week have just been indicted on second-degree murder and other charges. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles live in downtown Brooklyn with more on this story. Darla.
David, it's not even been a full week since the shooting death of 7-month-old Kaori Patterson, and the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office has already secured grand jury action in this case. And today we learned that not just the gunman, not just the accused gunman, but also the person they say who was riding the scooter will also face murder charges.
I got to give shout outs to Brooklyn on this one, straight up and down for this right here, how fast he got caught. Got to give shout out and love to the detectives who actually caught these maggots because of the fact that they don't need to be on the streets and the fact that look how fast they're getting processed. They're not playing when it comes down to a baby. Need more of this going on.
On April 1st, a 7-month-old baby girl, Kaori Patterson Moore, was senselessly shot in Brooklyn.
There was a driver and a shooter riding on a moped last week when 7-month-old Kaori Patterson Moore was struck by a...
Now, if you notice, you see kids ducking down because of this idiot, right? Now, what you got here? We got people walking on the street minding their business in broad daylight, right? Then you got one lady there, you got the other guy up there at the corner, and you got the stroller here. 2 strollers. Like, where's the respect for the babies and the children? Like, who are you trying to hit? The dude on the corner with the dreads? It's too many people. You got to let that rock. Like, what are you doing?
Bullet and killed. And while there was only one person with a gun, both have now been indicted for second-degree murder.
The theory is acting in concert for the...
Also, I want y'all to notice something too, because they're gonna basically show when she pushed the stroller off and went inside the store. We really pay attention to it because we know what the events were. So now the mom is at the corner.
There was a driver and a shooter riding on a moped last week.
Right. So now the lady got the stroller right there. So she decides to take the stroller inside the store. And that's when she found out her baby girl was hit and the son was grazed in the back.
When 7-month-old Kaori Patterson Moore was struck by a bullet and killed. And while there was only one person with a gun, both have now been indicted for second-degree murder.
The theory is acting in concert for the driver, so he would be held as accountable as the shooter.
Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez Tuesday announcing the multi-count indictment of
Good
Amari
morning,
Green
guys.
and Matthew Gonzalez in the toddler's death and the shooting of her 2-year-old brother who was grazed during the shooting.
When you see that shooting, you see that drive-by coming down the street in the wrong direction, shooting towards the Marquetta where the families are with the strollers. There was multiple strollers there.
Green's scheduled to be in court this afternoon, waiving the right to attend his first appearance.
Respect to the process. I have no comment.
She didn't deserve.
Oh, he don't want to come. He didn't want to show his face in court. He didn't want nobody. He didn't even want to show up. It was like, man, you better stay out. But it's too many people that want you. He definitely in protective custody. I'm telling you that now.
This afternoon, waiving the right to attend his first appearance.
Respect to the process. I have no comment.
She didn't deserve to die. She didn't deserve any of this. And I just wish that she was here because I can't smell her. I can't kiss her. I can't hold her anymore. And she's just gone.
Last week, Eyewitness News speaking to the toddler's devastated mother, who wanted to clear the record after the NYPD said her fiance may have been the intended target. This afternoon, the Brooklyn DA also casting doubt on this theory.
We allege that this was a targeted attempt at a person, but I am not prepared to say today definitively that the father was the target.
Now, the person prosecutors say who was driving the moped, 18-year-old Matthew Rodriguez, was arrested in Pennsylvania. He is still in Pennsylvania, but waived extradition, is expected to be back in Brooklyn next week for his first court appearance. Reporting live in downtown Brooklyn, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh, yeah, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yes, we always pray for Kiora and all of the children that lost their lives in senseless violence in the streets. I want to make sure that the family knows that we're here to support them in any kind of way that we can. We're going to start trying to really follow up on this story much more to see where they wind up going with this case, seeing where the funeral and the processions and everything is going to be at. Hopefully, you know, maybe they're going to, you know, let that be out there and let everybody know what's going on with it. And we need more people to come together in tragic events like this, and you see fast results that came together. I'm happy about that. I love the way that people were saying there's no such thing as snitching in this. And yeah, 7 months old is just too young for somebody, for a baby like that to lose her life. I want to pray for everybody as far as the family as well. And we'll pray for you guys as well out there that's dealing with this situation as well, because it's not easy for any one of us to deal with. Amen. It's just crazy, man. Let's get on over to Iraq. We got this journalist that was kidnapped in Iraq, and now she's been freed on one condition. They say that she must leave the country immediately. Oh man, to me that's still showing that they got some sort of power over there, and this ceasefire. I don't know how strong this ceasefire is going to last, because I'm probably telling you guys kind of early, but yes, there has been a ceasefire brokered between Iran and the United States of America. Let's try to keep moving on from the Kiora terrible, tragic situation, you guys. Let's go. Kiora, I'm sorry. Let's go.
And Kiara, we've heard from an
Baby Kiora.
Iranian-backed militia in Iraq saying it will release an. And Kiara, we've heard from an Iranian-backed militia in Iraq saying it will release an American journalist who was kidnapped in Baghdad a week ago. What more should we know about that?
Yeah, this is Kitab Hezbollah. It is one of the most powerful military groups in Iraq. It is a statement announcing the release of Shelley Kittleson, who is that American journalist who was seized in Iraq. I'm just going to read you the statement.
If you guys remember, she was walking in the street and they jumped out of a car and they threw her in the car and kidnapped her. She's an American journalist that was in Iraq. She was reporting. So yes, they kidnapped her. Now they're saying they let her go, but only on one term. She's got to go straight out and leave the country. Let's keep on moving forward.
In Iraq, I'm just going to read you the statement. An appreciation of the patriotic stances of the outgoing Prime Minister, and that's the Prime Minister of Iraq, that Kitab Hezbollah is talking about. We have decided to release the American defendant, Shelley Kittleson, on the condition that she leaves the country immediately. She was grabbed and bundled into a car, and there were real fears for how long she might be held for. So a positive outcome for her and her family. We thank you for.
All right, y'all, that's a good positive outcome. Let's see if we see when she gets actually released and everything. Yep, we got to keep on moving forward. But guess what? You know how we just we can't not acknowledge the fact that we're happy that she got released. And yes, we also pray for good, not just all bad. And thank the Lord that he was able to step in and hopefully help out, because if it wasn't for him and those negotiations, she probably would not be here right now. Amen. Got to stay strong, you guys. We got a report where Trump agrees to suspend the BOOGOTTINC and attacks on Iran for 2 weeks. They're supposed to be shutting this down for 2 weeks, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
That was the deadline when he was going to launch attacks on bridges, on infrastructure in Iraq. But now we get a break. The president posting this to Truth Social just minutes ago. He said, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is that we have already met and exceeded all military objectives. Now, the question is, will a permanent deal be reached before this ceasefire ends? President Trump's threat was shocking and horrifying. Trump writing on Truth Social, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. He adds, I don't want that to happen, but it probably will.
People got nervous about that. They started forming human chains around the power plants in Iran. It got kind of crazy out there, you guys. So yeah, don't think that would have been a good idea. And they were actually talking about impeachment. It was a lot going on. So this right here is actually a good idea. But now, what do we know so far about the U.S. and the Iran ceasefire deal? What actually are they talking about? What's the points? What are the key agreements? Let's see if we can find out anything about that. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, trying to cover every aspect of it before we get up out of here to the next topic.
After weeks of devastating military strikes across the Persian Gulf region, the U.S. and Iran agree to a 2-week ceasefire. A sudden deal following a deadline threat by President Trump to destroy Iran's entire civilization. The Prime Minister of Pakistan playing a major role in the ceasefire agreement with the goal of reopening the vital Strait of Hormuz. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher following all the late-breaking developments tonight. Michelle?
Mark, we heard from President Trump a couple of hours ago on Truth Social, his tone more celebratory. That's a stark contrast to recent messages that the president seemingly used here as leverage in negotiations.
President Trump late tonight calling it a big day for world peace. A ceasefire with Iran announced Tuesday afternoon, just as the clock wound down on a deadline the president had set for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. A lengthy post to Truth Social saying in part, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. The president writing, the decision depends on Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran claiming victory after the president's announcement. Statements shared on Iranian state media say it was the U.S. that accepted its 10-point plan. The Supreme National Security.
So basically, you know how it goes. They want to look good and show face over there. United States wants to look good and show face over here. Now they're over there to the point where they're talking about United States is weak. They cowards. They tucked their tail and they got out of here. Okay, you know what? We'll take that. And I don't care about all of that as long as the people and the children stop losing their lives. So if this is the truth and not like Ukraine, where Ukraine and Russia say that they're going to end it all, and then you get the boom, 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 we'll see. Let's just see.
Security Council insisting it will retain control of the Strait of Hormuz and maintain the right to enrich uranium. The statement saying U.S. sanctions should be lifted and reparations paid for war damage.
We have 2 weeks to determine whether Iran can reach an agreement with the United States that the U.S. would find acceptable and vice versa. So it is a positive thing. We should view it as such.
But
I don't think so. Not with those demands from what we're seeing there. I don't know about with those demands, y'all.
tonight, any optimism is being overshadowed by the fallout from Trump's threats. Early Tuesday, the president with this grim post saying, quote, a whole civilization will die tonight. And this profanity-laced Easter post saying in part, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran.
Many Iranians had told me that they were deeply worried. Some were actually sending goodbye text messages to their friends because they were concerned they could be killed in attacks on Iran's infrastructure.
Pope Leo condemning the
Yeah, they was doing all types of stuff out there, making chains and everything like that. So we're gonna hope that it's over now. We really pray that this is gonna be over, and we thank them if this just for the pause, because the pausing this, hopefully, oh, I can't even say that because the next video will hopefully stop people from losing their lives. Now, after all of this, we thought it was over, thought they had some sort of agreement, but all of a sudden, plop, 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 we got some clusters that went over Israel yesterday. What was it? Hours after they supposedly came to this deal. Yeah, clusters.
For the Tel Aviv to bump the mic again. Like, what are we seeing there? Well, Jesse, as anticipated, the sirens are now wailing over Tel Aviv, indicating that another missile is inbound. And it looks like those bright lights in the sky are the missiles. And it looks like you can see an interceptor that is in hot pursuit of the missiles. And it's always quite dramatic when you see those interceptors going after it. And these ones might disappear behind our building here. We're going to lose sight of them. But they're still quite lethal and coming into Tel Aviv. And I didn't see an interception in this case. Should be able to hear it in a second or so. And it's still quite lethal when there's an interception. Most of what we see out here are those cluster bombs in recent days. But when you get a conventional warhead with that powerful explosive, obviously you hope that the interceptors can get it. And the interceptors are about 90% effective, but that means 10% get through. And those conventional warheads we've seen are quite powerful. They leave great craters in the ground. Still waiting to hear the impact on this one, which should come any second. But we saw two lights in the sky there. And there was another flash off in the distance there.
So they're talking about it's over, but don't seem like it's over.
Big explosion. So that sounded like more of a conventional warhead that got through. I can't really tell you if that was an impact or an interception because we lost sight of that one, Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Good morning, Teddy. What's up, Ted? How you doing this morning, you guys? We're just covering and getting rid of all of this stuff that we have to because we have no choice. It's world news. Everybody wants to see what's going on. What's your opinions about this, you guys? What do you guys think, huh? What do you guys think? It's like first, this it's kind of to me, like I said, I already gave my opinion. It feels like Russia, Ukraine all over again because they come to some sort of whatever agreement, and then the next thing you know, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, we'll see. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because there's other stuff that happened on the ground as well. There was unire as terrorists unleashed and I can't even say that word. In Istanbul, at least one person lost their lives as they were actually out there urban warfare. Pretty crazy, you guys. Let's be careful about this. Graphic content coming up, you guys, just so you know. Urban warfare that was actually going on the ground. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Got to cover all of this, just a little bit of it, and we're out. Now we got at least one person that lost their lives and 4 others injured in a powing outside the Israeli consulate. It's unclear if he was a suspect. This unidentified man right here. In one terrifying clip, the cops can be seen taking cover behind a bus as the power takes place. I'm sorry, as the powing takes place. Shocking eyewitness footage appears to show unfire between attackers and the police. Got to get up off of this, you guys. Can't keep playing stuff like this. Just wanted you to see what was going on in areas like that. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Whew, I'm just happy that it's over. They said one person lost their life in that. I know there probably was some injured too. That must have been terrifying, even if you're involved in it. I would never want to be a part of nothing like that, and I'm so glad that I am not. Let's pray and let's thank God for not being part of something, anything like that. And the person that lost their life, we pray for your soul. Amen. Now that's it. I'm not doing no more Israel, no Iran. I hope y'all got enough because I'm off that. Out of here. Let's get on over to Philadelphia. We got to bring it back to the mainland. Let's get on over to new details as it emerges as this illed 2 Pennsylvania fire chiefs, 26-year-old, facing these DUI charges right now, you guys. 2 people lost their lives because of this fool. 26 years old, driving. I don't know what the speed was, but they say he was driving while impaired. The thing I don't like about these cases right here is a lot of times when they get arrested and they brought before the courts, they wind up getting manslaughter charges instead of what I think that they should get, capital punishment. Seriously, because that's what they did. This person took 2 fire chiefs out, lost their lives because of this. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, bring it back to this side of the country.
But first, to Bucks County we go. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington. The community is still mourning tonight after 2 volunteer firefighters were killed in what investigators are calling a tragic and preventable crash. Ross DeMattei spent the day at the Walnut Town Fire Station and heard from family members.
This is a shocking loss for this community.
Richmond Township is still reeling after losing its fire chief and assistant chief in a deadly crash. Prosecutors say 26-year-old Alexander Sepulveda Rivera now faces felony charges, including homicide by vehicle while driving under the influence.
2 first responders lost their life in the line of duty, caused by an individual who never had a driver's license.
Investigators say Chief Jeffrey Buck and Assistant Chief Robert Schick Jr. were volunteering Saturday night, searching for a missing woman when they were hit. Police say the 2 were in a utility vehicle on the shoulder of Route 222 when a car veered out of its lane, hit them head on, and then fled.
We're not certain why he drove onto the shoulder, other than that he was under the influence.
Police quickly tracked down the driver and identified him as Alexander Sepulveda Rivera. Investigators say he admitted he was behind the wheel, said he fell asleep, and told officers he used marijuana earlier in the day. Police also say they found a crack pipe in the car that Rivera admitted was his. Both firefighters died from their injuries. Their families chose to focus on their legacy.
My dad was always looking to help anybody, whether it was family member, friend, or a complete stranger who was quite possibly having the worst day of their lives. He
2 first responders that save people from fires. They were out there literally trying to save somebody at the same time right there when they lost their lives to this crackhead. And he need to get capital punishment. I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody say. Oh, man, no, capital.
was just always there to help. That's what he loved doing.
The DA says Rivera remains behind bars on $500,000 bail. He also says that there was a female passenger in the car at the time. She has been cooperative and is not facing any charges. As for the Walnut Town Fire Company, these firefighters will be back on the job as soon as they can lay their 2 fire chiefs to rest this weekend. In Fleetwood, Ross DeMattei, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Somebody in the comments caught that. And that's why I love you guys as my co-host, because y'all don't forget nothing. And they put that word on top of it. Had to let you guys know that they were volunteering. They weren't just out there working their hours. They were volunteering. They need, see that right there, Miss Allison 924? Thank you. All of that manslaughter and all of that. No, I'm tired of that. I am tired of that. What do you say why you haven't been hired as real? Let's go, you guys. Let's pray for this family. I want to pray for everybody involved. I want to pray for the firemen that have to go through this because of the chief and the assistant chief that they both lost. That means that firehouse is shook right now. They got to find new administrative leaders, and they got to try to hold themselves together at the same time. So they lost 2 people at the same time. We definitely want to pray for them that they get strength throughout this tragedy, and we got to give them love and try to give them some solace and try to keep them in peace and give them as much love as we can possibly give them. We ask that today. Amen. Man, that was crazy right there. First responders, man. You know what I'm saying? Firemen, people that actually going somewhere to help people, saving people on the way to look for a lady. That was bad. Let's get on over to Los Angeles. We got Gavin, yes, new, and sprinting out. Like I said before, he's sprinting out California with stupid policies. Rich people, they're sprinting from California due to these stupid policies that him, Kathy Jokel Hochul, and everybody have. And you see Kathy Jokel, now she backpedaling, talking about, we need billionaires. Yeah, you should have thought about that a long time ago. Let's go, you guys, let's go. Let's get it. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're about to get into it now.
Our economy's growing. Our population's growing. Why? Because of the energy and daring of entrepreneurs that are growing and dominating in the industries of the future. To those with that California derangement syndrome, I'll repeat, it's time to update your time.
He stole Barack Obama's whole speech play. Nobody understands this. I do. I pay attention. He tried to steal as much speech play as he could to try to get where he at. Oh my God, no, he didn't.
Talking points.
Gavin Newsom says his state is thriving, but the people with the most skin in the game are heading for the exit. New reporting shows that at least half a dozen billionaires have already left the Golden State. Up to 20 more could be packing their bags as a proposed 5% wealth tax remains on the table. The latest, Google co-founder Larry Page is headed to Miami, Florida. But he's not alone. Peter Thiel, Larry Ellison on the move to red states like Texas and Florida.
Or the same people are writing his speech. Because that was a Barack Obama speech right there. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Many of these people that are leaving are lifelong Democrats, supporters of the very people in the process that now is turning on them. The exodus from California is millionaires, billionaires, but it's also working people who more and more can't find opportunity.
This is so real right here. Not only are the rich people leaving certain states like New York and Los Angeles, but if they're leaving, what do you think the common man is doing? They're leaving too because we can't afford to stay in those states, can't afford to live in those cities. We just can't afford to do it. When your rent is about $2,500 for a kitchen in a little shoebox. Yeah. And if you're trying to get a 1-bedroom, oh, that's luxury right there. That's $3,500 to $4,500. And you got to make 40 times the rent to even be able to be looked at to be able to get that apartment. Yeah. So they really lay it on in New York, boy. Woo! 3 bedrooms, don't even think about it.
I appreciate the producers letting me lead.
Yeah, let's keep on going, you guys. That's enough on that. Gavin Newsom running out all of the money the same way Kathy Jokel Hochul did it and a whole bunch of other people. They don't learn from mistakes of what other people are doing. They just had a whole bunch of people leave and go to Miami. It seems like that's the place to go. Do me a favor, you guys. We do this every single morning. This is Our Bottom Line. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC. These are my co-hosts as well as my family members. Introduce yourselves. Just stay on topic and stay on point, please, because we love to make the show go like that. Do me a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. Why? Because it gets more people over here to see our show. Also, I like to explain what I'm saying, because when you hit the double tap that button, YouTube sees the notification and they put the header up. More people come over. We got a good show lined up for you guys today. We got some more coming in right now from North Carolina. We got this piece of crap man that they want to call him. He's been accused of poisoning, I don't even want to say it in a full sentence, his entire family with eye drops. He pleads not guilty. Sadly, his wife didn't make it. His daughter fought through, but she's got a lot of complications and a lot of things that she's dealing with. I don't know why anyone would want to do anything like this. I could never imagine it. But it happened. Let's get on over to North Carolina, you guys. Yeah, craziness at its freaking top.
Watching Eyewitness News live at 5. The man accused of killing his wife with eye drops, setting a helicopter on fire, and staging his own kidnapping is pleading not guilty to murder and to harassing his late wife's family. I'm Joe Bruno. Hannah Getz will be joining us in a
I mean, he went for the gusto in this one. He tried to do every single thing across the smorgasbord.
moment, and Scott and Erica are off. Channel 9 has covered every development since 2018. Our Dave Faraday is live at the Gaston County Courthouse. And Dave, it's a case that's captured a national audience, which is why the man's attorney wants it moved somewhere else.
Yeah, you know, it was one of the first things that he brought up with the judge. We also got a chance to look at the indictments, and it says that Josh Hunsucker claimed that his wife died because of a heart attack, when in fact it was a homicide because of poisoning.
Count 1, first-degree murder. Count 2, insurance fraud.
Josh Hunsucker didn't say a word, but his attorney told the court this after hearing the grand jury indictments.
He does tend to plead not guilty as to all counts contained.
Hunsucker's attorney also spoke about his motion to move the trial out of Gaston County. They say it's gotten a lot of attention in the family's hometown of Mount Holly. Hunsucker's wife, Stacy, died in 2018. He is accused of poisoning her by putting lethal doses of eye drops in her drinks over the course of weeks. But while out on bond in 2023, prosecutors say he intimidated and harassed his late wife's parents. He's accused of using zip ties and a staged kidnapping and claiming his in-laws injected him with an unknown substance. That same motion also accused him of trying to poison his own daughter by using the same substance that killed his wife. causing her to have several medical conditions. In court documents, the state also said it had great concern for the safety of his kids and Stacy's parents. A judge revoked Hunsucker's bond, sending him back to jail.
We are not seeking to join these.
Today, prosecutors announced some of the charges would be tried separately, and the possible trial date for the murder case, September the 8th. And remember, the big question tonight is, where will this trial be held? Remember, his attorney wants it out of Gaston County, but prosecutors said that they want a hearing sooner rather than later on the matter. Reporting live from Gastonia, I'm Dave Faraday, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, some of the stories I tell you guys, when I'm trying to put them together in sentences, it still has to register in my head to make sense. When it doesn't make sense, it's hard to say it because it's like, how could somebody even think of something like this? The last time I heard about eye drops was when I heard that Big L, the rapper, used to put eye drops in people's drinks to make them fall asleep so he could and get them for their dough. Didn't know if it was true or not, but that's what I heard. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And I ain't trying to throw L up under the bus. You guys can look that up because that's what I heard about it. And I ain't too far from where they at, but that's what they used to say. And then I was like, that's what Visine can do? They said, yeah, if you put that in someone's drink. I'm like, how could you even know something like that? So you guys, be careful out there. People try to do the craziest things. And yesterday, as you guys saw, we only had one state that now is bringing that up as a felony. Other states probably put it as like a maybe like a misdemeanor or something like that, poisoning somebody's drink. Be very careful. They do have strips that you can take with you. You want to take the strip to the club? Be like, hold on a minute. Put that in my drink real quick. What you? Oh no, I don't want that. Yes, they have testing strips that you can now test your drinks with. Double tap that screen and get them likes up. Let's go, you guys. We got to get on over here because without transparency, there is no accountability. She should have said it like that. Yes, Joni Ernst is sounding the alarm on government spending. When you guys hear this, you're gonna understand why it's so easy to steal from the government. We don't do it. I don't do it. You guys don't do it. People like this do it. Matter of fact, let me not even say that because we don't know if they're stealing. Let me just say that there's a very flimsy policy when they say that they're supposed to be donating millions of dollars to a nonprofit that's not registered as a nonprofit. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Yeah, let's let them explain it.
Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship to order. Happy Sunshine Week, folks. Here we are. It's the time of year when we celebrate more sunshine in our lives and in our government. But while we may be getting a little more sunlight every day, Washington still seems to be in the dark. The government demands to know exactly how much money all of you earn so it can tax every single cent.
True.
Yet once Washington gets its hands on your money, it's anyone's guess where it is even going.
Okay.
For the past 2 decades, the Federal Funding Accountability and Transparency Act has required government expenditures to be publicly available on a searchable website, usaspending.gov. This website is invaluable to the oversight work I do every day, tracking how taxpayer dollars are being spent. But tens of billions of dollars are intentionally being omitted from the site every year. Another law passed 15 years ago requires Washington to make an annual list of programs describing the cost, purpose, and results of each program. Turns out government agencies don't even know how many programs they are running or if they're accomplishing their stated goals. More than 2,600 programs have been identified to date. But that doesn't include foreign aid and defense programs, which haven't been tallied yet. If Washington doesn't know how many programs there are and if they are actually working, how can the government guarantee your money is being spent properly?
True.
Simple answer is it can't. Folks, without transparency, there is no accountability. That's why I've authored a number of laws to shine more light on Washington spending. And as a result, today, agencies from the Small Business Administration to the Pentagon must put public price tags on projects paid for with your tax dollars.
Good work.
A similar law applies to funding from the Departments of Health and Human Services, Education, and Labor. This information is intended to allow taxpayers to decide for themselves if the price is right. Here is an example of how SBA and taxpayers are supporting the work of our friends at the Iowa Center Women's Business Center. These folks are helping women who are trying to start or grow a business in our state, where women now own 43% of all businesses. As you can see from the price tag on the center's website, taxpayers are providing $150,000 of the cost to make those services available. Shouldn't every taxpayer-funded program, project, or product provide a similar price tag? Unfortunately, even where this transparency has already been promised, it isn't always happening.
Hopefully her bill passes. Yes, that was March the 18th, 2026. We missed it. I had to go back and grab it. Real important information right there, because transparency definitely necessary. And if they got people slipping through the cracks like that, just getting money and not being accountable, Lord knows where the money's going. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to the Today Show. We're going to show some respect and some love to Savannah Guthrie as she makes an emotional return to her job at the Today Show, even though they're still searching for her mom. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Had to cover this morning because, yeah, it's real, and we've been following up on the story. So yes, I guess she said, you know what? I'm not doing anything better for myself staying at home. Might as well get back to work.
Morning. Welcome to Today on this Monday morning. We are so
surrounded by symbols of hope, including that vibrant yellow all over the studio. Savannah Guthrie came back home.
We are so glad you started your week with us, and it is good to be home.
And with one simple message.
Well, here we go. Ready or not, let's do the news.
So good to have you back. All right. She did what she has done for years, guided us through the morning.
SG, come on out here. Come on back out.
And when Savannah went out on the plaza,
let's get those likes up, guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up.
Viewers brought a message to her.
Good morning. Good morning.
They've been waiting.
These signs are so beautiful. You guys have been so beautiful. I've received so many letters, so much kindness to me and my whole family. We feel it. We feel your prayers. So thank you so much.
It's not just today. They've been out here
every day.
Every day.
Her mother, Nancy, now missing for 65 days. Through it all, Savannah says her faith has kept her going. And on this Easter Sunday, she shared a message with her church.
I have questioned whether Jesus really ever experienced this particular wound that I feel. This grievous and uniquely cruel injury of not knowing, of uncertainty and confusion, and answers withheld.
But in the face of that uncertainty, today, as she said she would, she chose joy as her protest.
It is the darkness that makes this morning's light so magnificent, so blindingly beautiful. It is all the brighter because it is so desperately needed.
We have some people that are very questionable about this situation here. I know what people are thinking. I understand there's a lot of emotions behind this situation here. I see people in the comments that have things to say, you know. Yeah, crime, I guess it does pay. Some people say crime possibly does pay. But depending, you know, I don't know what you mean by that, but I kind of get it. I kind of get what you mean there, Mark.
This is what we celebrate. And I celebrate too. I still believe.
And even with the return, we are still asking you if you have any information, please call the FBI tip line. The number is right there on your screen. We thank you.
All right, you guys, we want to pray for the family. We want to keep on doing a great job. Big homie love from Savannah, Georgia. Thank you so much, and I'm glad I covered Georgia just to make sure that we getting content out there to you too, Victor. I really appreciate the 19.99 super chat. We're going to be putting that towards bills, bills, and bills. I swear to God, we will. Helping out people as much as we can, as well as some fostering. That's right. We try to spread it out around here. Want to pray for Savannah. I want to pray for her mother. I know there's a lot of mixed emotions going on in these chat and these comments. You guys, do us a favor. Go ahead and say what you feel. If you got something to say that's constructive, I think that you need to bring it to the platform because we learn from you as well as I put it down over here, out here. And we love you guys and we appreciate and respect your comments as long as you keep them respectful. We want to pray for Savannah as well as her mom, as well as all of the family, anyone who ever has to deal with a situation like this when they lost a family member in such a tragic way. Oh man, got to keep on moving forward. We got a lot to get into this morning. I never even knew that there were so many homeless children in the city of New York. And this is where I always say, and I don't care about it, I'm gonna just put it out there like this. If they would have spent the money on homeless New Yorkers and Americans that they spent on illegal immigrants, we would have so many less American citizens that are homeless. Also, there will be so many children that don't have to get skipped around and go to schools. I didn't even think about this, but if a child is homeless, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be able to go to one stable school. If they do start a school, Lord knows how long they're going to be able to go to that school. Sometimes they're going to say in this clip that children get moved around like 3 times per year when they're homeless. And in New York, there's more than 150,000 New York City students that are considered homeless. And that means that they live in a shelter or somewhere that is considered a homeless place. Let's get into it, you guys, right now, because I didn't even know these numbers. And yeah, you guys can say whatever you want. But if they would have took that money that they gave to all of those immigrants and letting them stay in them hotels, giving them all the money for food stamps and buying clothes and all of that and moving around how they wanted to in New York, it would have been so many less homeless people, period. And it would have benefited so many children. Check this out right here. It's a pretty sad story when you really get into it because what happens is the breaks actually make the breaks explain why the children why the children are suffering. Let's get into it. Watch this.
Struggle to make ends meet. Students are struggling to make it to school. A new study by Advocates for Children shows that more than 150,000 New York City students are considered homeless.
I don't lie. I do my homework, then I bring it to you guys. And I kept it low to make sure that I was on point. Keep on going.
Political reporter Marcia Kramer has more now on the efforts to keep them on the right track.
Women picking up books for their kids at a book fair event at an Eastside homeless shelter run by WIN, the largest provider of family shelter and supportive housing in New York City.
Now they have more books to read. I don't have to go to the library to get the books. So now I have them at home. It means everything. I get to read them at night, before bed. So that means a lot.
Angel said it's hard enough to even go to school. So imagine how many of them switch schools. Exactly. They have to switch schools because they might move to another shelter. They might find an apartment. Their mother might get somewhere to stay for a while. You never know. Within a year's time.
So they get to learn from the words and stuff like that.
The book fair coming on the heels of a new report by Advocates for Children that found that the 154,000 students in city schools last year who were identified as homeless had a difficult time making it to school.
63% of students in shelter were chronically absent. Again, they missed 1 out of every 10 days of school.
Missing classes translated into learning difficulties, the report found.
That 33% of students who were homeless scored proficient in the English language arts exam for grades 3 through 8. 33%.
Christine Quinn runs the WIN shelter system.
And on average, a homeless child goes to 2 to 3 schools a year. The school they'll start in, the school where the shelter is, and then the school where their permanent home is.
And then somebody in the comments made sense and they said that that's the only place where they really get good food at too. It makes sense. That's why we got to make sure that there's good food in these schools too, because some of these, look at how many children rely on school lunch. And they ain't got no lunch money if they're homeless.
That also creates absenteeism.
City officials say they're trying to decrease absenteeism by placing families near schools. DHS was able to increase the rate of families residing in the same borough as their younger school-age child to over 82% in the first 4 months of fiscal year 26, said a spokesman for the Department of Social Services. Pringle points out.
There's only so much New York City public schools can do if Department of Homeless Services is placing 40% of families in a different borough from where their kids go to school.
Yeah. So now if you don't even, that's what they don't consider that. Well, where the kid go to school at? Oh well, all we got is we're gonna just put you right here, and y'all got to figure out how you get into school. So sometimes you do see the parents struggling, trying to get on the train with the baby with the stroller, trying to get the babies around. I saw this lady one morning. I'm talking about she had like 4 kids that she had to get to like 2 different schools, and it was real. So yes, you don't consider stuff like that. What you got over here? We got all these people in here with 159 likes. I know we can get those likes up to at least a 500 likes. Come on, you guys, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's turn up right now because I got something for you. And you know, we're going to keep on doing what we do. We do this every single morning, every single day. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get to 80,000 subscribers, and we're right there. We share our platform with different topics, current events, and much, much more. And we have the #1 co-founders in the co-family and family inside the chat. Hope you guys are getting used to it. Keep on coming over and being a part of it. Now we got to get on into some reports from Ghislaine Maxwell. She submitted a writ of habeas corpus that's containing information which references rich and powerful individuals, saying that this could be used as blackmail. Uh-oh, she's trying to get out, trying to use whatever she can do to get out. Okay, so I guess she's trying to see if she can shake up some of those rich and powerful people to see if they can get her time shut down. Let's see what's going on with Miss Maxwell. I'm gonna tell you guys another thing. A lot of people don't think that that's Ghislaine Maxwell anymore. They say something about her nose. They're saying that she looks like I don't even want to say what they say she's looking like, but a lot of people are saying this is no longer Ghislaine Maxwell. What do you guys think? I know I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but hey, I'll take a good story if you guys got it.
Maxwell has now claimed that at least 25 influential men reached secret settlements with accusers, raising the possibility that more names could surface. Ghislaine Maxwell, who is currently serving a 20-year sentence for her role in Jeffrey Epstein's trafficking network, submitted a writ of habeas corpus in December, as reported by Radar Online, marking a last-ditch attempt to challenge her conviction after exhausting previous appeals. But what has truly grabbed attention is the tone of her latest filing, where she suggests that several individuals, described as untouchable, may have escaped scrutiny despite alleged involvement, a claim highlighted in the same Radar Online report, intensifying speculation about hidden layers within the Epstein case. Private investigator Ed Opperman, speaking to Radar Online, described Ghislaine Maxwell's move as a calculated strategy, stating that this is a negotiating chip designed to pressure powerful individuals into intervening, potentially helping her secure a reduced sentence or even a pardon. The filings also reference 4 alleged co-conspirators connected to recruitment activities and suggests that authorities could have pursued charges against them or others involved in settlements, a point Ghislaine Maxwell raises directly in her petition, according to details published by Radar Online. This development reopens questions surrounding the wider Epstein network, which famously included associations with high-profile figures like Bill Clinton, former Prince Andrew, and Ehud Barak, all of whom have denied any wrongdoing, as consistently reported across multiple investigations and media coverage. Experts now warn that if federal authorities intervene, non-disclosure agreements tied to these alleged settlements could potentially be overridden, as Opperman explained in his comments to
If the FBI steps in, all of those rich men that made those non-disclosure agreements that think that they're free and clear, those agreements will be null and void. Let's double tap that screen. They're about to get it on out here, boy.
Radar Online, suggesting that legal protections may not hold if criminal liability is pursued. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell continues to argue that she was unfairly targeted following Epstein's death in custody in 2019, a claim she reiterates in her petition cited by Radar Online, framing herself as a scapegoat in a much larger and more complex network. As pressure builds.
Because the question is, how come there's nobody else that got arrested if all of these people are all out there? How come? You guys, can you please answer my question right now? How come nobody else got arrested? Why is only Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein are the ones arrested? Do you guys think that there's a conspiracy going on here where nobody else has gotten arrested because of the conspiracy? Or do you guys think that that's enough and it's going to be over and nobody else is going to be arrested and that's the only people that should have been arrested? Whatever you guys agree or say, I'm going to read it. Let me know what you guys think. So yes, if you think that there's that they got their people when they got Ghislaine Maxwell, and or thumbs down. Let me see what we got over here. I made a mistake, but I'm gonna catch it. I made a mistake. I know. Thumbs up. You're so right. Bad language. She worships him because of your president. So I said the same thing. Political pawn. Yes. Thank you for hitting me, for bringing me back to on point. I appreciate that. I think that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were pawns, not necessarily political pawns, but I do think that they were pawns, and I think that they are very rich men that have more that they're not talking about, because also what we're noticing is once these men's names come out, what happens is they say, oh yeah, but we didn't know he really brainwashed us. He was so smart. He was a very cunning person, and we had no idea that he was doing that. Yeah, okay. Then they find a couple of emails after and say, but wait a minute, but you guys were talking 2 weeks or a month after he was already arrested for this. Oh, well, yeah. And next thing you know, oh, I'm going to step down. I'm not going to be the CDO of this anymore. That's the only way that they are actually finding out who these rich and powerful men are. They're not finding out any other way. Why? Because ain't nobody going to step up and say, no, ain't nobody doing that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
The question remains, will this legal gamble force more revelations, or is it simply a high-stakes attempt at freedom? Either way, Maxwell's latest move ensures that the Epstein scandal is far from over.
We're going to see you guys, because I'm telling you one thing, with all of this WAR going on and with everything I see, I'm going to tell you the truth. They're trying to really get this, they're trying to quiet down this Epstein stuff. Not that much reporting is going on. Not that much stuff is being leaked. I should know. We should know. We cover it every day. I'm telling you guys, the pickings is getting real slim when it comes down to the Epstein files. It seems like they're trying to dust it off and say, that's it. Even with the other files that they have not released, that we know that they have. The files from the videos, the other 3 million files. That's right, you guys. They have not released all of those files. They said they only released 1% of the files. But I guess that's all we're getting, especially with all of this other stuff going on. Let's keep on moving forward to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. But not if you got a governor like Kathy Hochul, who says she's for the people. But yeah, let's get into it, you guys, because now they got this deed theft situation that's going on. We've been talking about this and we've been covering it, where people are going around trying to swipe people's deeds and take their homes from right up under them. Well, guess what? It's come on over to the city that I stay in. That's New York, yeah. And let's see what they're asking Kathy Hochul to do about this situation here. Let's go.
Deed theft, where homeowners are essentially tricked out of their properties, has been a pervasive problem for a few years now. And now this group is rallying outside the governor's office, demanding that she do something about it.
My father and I worked really hard. We scraped and we saved and we purchased our home legally and legitimately. And
Rachel Cyprian was shaking mad as she spoke with us outside the governor's office about the devastating impact of her 15-year fight to reclaim ownership of her Brooklyn home following deed theft.
It leads to homelessness. It leads to depression. It leads to all sorts of failures. Here we are, Black people, in this country now for over 400 years, and we're constantly starting from square one.
Deed theft is when a property's title is transferred away from the rightful owner, generally due to deceptive or predatory tactics. Frequently, the targets are seniors and communities of color.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now, Brooklyn City Councilman H+OUR is pressing the governor to put a moratorium on evictions where there's a deed theft case pending or being investigated.
We're pleading to the governor, to the head of the state, to do right by all of us, to do right by Black New Yorkers, and to do your job.
During the moratorium, H+OUR and other elected leaders are demanding legislative fixes, like more support for homeowners in eviction court, special investigative units inside district attorneys' offices, a public database of shell companies associated with deed theft, and more. In response, a spokeswoman for the governor's office did not mention an immediate moratorium, but said the governor has taken a number of steps to push back against deed theft. Quote, no New Yorker should be cheated out of the opportunity to keep their home, which is why Governor Hochul has proposed $40 million in her state budget for the Homeowner Protection Program, and why she has led the way in enacting strong protections to empower homeowners and crack down on illegal deed theft. But advocates say they will press on for more reform and that immediate moratorium.
Governor Hochul, it is now at your door.
Yes. Right.
What are you going to do to keep Black families in their home? That's it. That's all I want to hear about.
Between 2014 and 2023, there have been roughly 30.
He been running around with her. Yeah, Jamari is like, what's up? Yeah, Jamari might be stepping up trying to get a different position. I don't know. I might have to rock with Jamari.
500 complaints of deed theft in New York City alone. So we will continue following these proposals and continue to follow up with the governor's office and councilman's office as this moves forward.
And just so you know, those are two Democrats going at each other. Yeah, those are two Democrats going at each other. Ain't got nothing to do with Republican and Democrat right there. Kathy Hochul and Jabari, yeah, those are Democrats. So yeah, they got a whole different type of fight that they're fighting right now. And it's so sad that they can do this in New York. Let me tell you what people got, what they do. How you doing, Terry? I hope everything's going great with you. Just waiting? Okay, cool. You know what's going on in New York? Let me tell you what they do. They have this thing where they can go squat in your home. If it's empty and nobody's staying there, they can go just squat there and stay there for up to 6, 8 months or whatever like that. And then what they do is they sort of have a bill coming in, like a cell phone bill from Verizon or something like that. That establishes residency in New York after 30 days. So if you're the landowner or the homeowner of that unit, when you find out that person is there, of course, you take them to court or you try to get rid of them. But you know what they do in New York? They say that you have to take them to court after they've been living there for 30 days, especially if they receive mail. This thing can linger on and on and on and on for damn near 2 years. So now you're paying your lawyer, you're going back and forth trying to fight this thing. At the same time, you got to still pay the taxes, you got to still pay the mortgage, and you got to still pay the upkeep and hope that that crackhead or whoever's living in that house didn't bash up everything, didn't take all the refrigeration and stuff out, didn't sell the stove and all of that nice stuff that you got in there. So this is the sad part about what's going on in New York. And then they call it squatters' rights. You got to go through all that to get rid of somebody. Or another thing that they do real quickly, they act like they're a real estate agent. You'll call on the phone from a Craigslist ad or something like that. I'm looking for an apartment. Cool. This person, what they did prior was they went to this apartment and looked at it because they had a code to get in. What they do is they keep that code and they tell somebody else, oh, these are these apartments that we renting out right now. Put together all of this false paperwork, start promoting it and getting it out there. Actually have the code. These people are going to look at this unit and now they're spending money. Got you thinking that I'm about to get this apartment because they don't care. They're going to say, yeah, we're going to give you the apartment. Send the security deposit here. Cash app it here. Something like that. Next thing you know, victim gets caught thinking that they got an apartment. No, that's not even the right realtor. Real owner don't even know about it. And guess what? It's been going on and on and on and on for a number of years, and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. There you go. Isn't destroying, and yes, they're also destroying your property too. I don't call the police. I handle my own affairs, says Mark Dorfman. But you know what I'm talking about. Zillow as well. Unreal. Title check is the only way to do it by sale. I'm caught up Live now. Thank you, no doubt. What you got? Squatters should have squatters shouldn't have rights. Good morning, Faye. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I just wanted to break down for you some of the tactics and some of the slick stuff that they do. Need to get rid of this governor. She is the devil. She is a joke. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow. And the only reason that she's the governor is because Cuomo got ousted, of course, right? And then when she gets in power, she just has so much. She uses her power, threatening, and whoever's around her, she gets rid of them. One of her lieutenants was about to run for governor. She got rid of his staff and kicked him out. A whole bunch of stuff. Kathy Joku Hochul is a joke, and she's a exactly with that congestive pricing thing that they're doing on 60th Street. That already took up to almost like 600-700 million dollars from us just to go across the street from 59th to 60th. It's crazy. Let's keep on moving forward to New Jersey, where we got this woman and a child dog. I'm talking about, this is dead wrong. They take this people's dog from the owner's yard. Be careful out there, you guys. If you have small dogs, I noticed that people really have a thing for small dogs. My sister has a very small dog, and people always like, oh my God, he's so cute. I always tell her, be careful, because people are trying to swipe that dog, especially the ones that get so fathomed that it's so pretty. The sad part about it is, sometimes you want to let your dog walk out in the yard, and you're not expecting something like this to happen. Be very careful. Try to chip your dog as well, because once you get your dog lost, you never know the chance of getting this dog back, especially if you got people like this, trash people like this. This woman and her child. Now she's acting like this is like her, that like they just trying to rescue a dog or whatever like that, but they're not. They actually dog napped this dog from the owner's yard. The dog even tries to run away. His name is Rocky. He runs in the backyard to go to the back door, but he couldn't get in. They throw a blanket on this little dog and they steal him. Terrible situation right here. Come on, y'all. We're going to get on over to New Jersey, because they're trying to find these two monsters that did this. Her children are little monsters, I got to say it, because she's training them just as terrible to be just like her. Don't never let your kids do nothing like this. And if anybody saw this dog or any idea of who has this dog in New Jersey, and we get this story out there, turn these people in.
Woman and child captured on security video taking a family's dog from the owner's yard over the weekend. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson in Clifton with the details.
This troubling Ring video shows what amounts to a dog napping. The young boy, carrying a blanket, is trying to corral a small dog named Rocky. The 8-pound Shih Tzu Yorkshire Terrier runs toward his back porch. The dog's owner was shocked by what was captured on his Ring video.
When I watched the video, I was like, I cannot believe this is happening. I couldn't believe it.
The boy calls a woman who was in a vehicle, and she comes out as the kid gets excited. The woman runs up the porch, grabs the dog, and covers it with a blanket before taking off. This photo gives a close-up look at the smiling woman. It was a heartless crime.
He wasn't a stray. He had a harness on, so it's not like he didn't have a collar or anything. So I knew they saw it. It looked like the kid wanted the dog.
Rocky was being watched by a family member who had gone inside the house to feed Rocky and other family pets.
This is why I say don't let nobody watch your dog. This is why I always tell you guys be on some stuff about your dog, because certain people, they're not on it as hard as we are. You might let somebody watch your dog. You come back, they be like, oh, I'm so sorry about what happened. They're not the type of people to be watching your dogs. If they don't have a dog, don't let them watch the dog. Not only that, be very careful. There's been many times where I would rather pay for a kennel than let a friend of mine watch my dog. I'm being honest with you guys. Seriously. Let's keep on going. Look at the dog now. So they think, oh, we got this little cute little dog, but Rocky want to go home. Rocky don't rock with y'all like that. Y'all stole Rocky.
But Rocky bolted out the front door.
Rocky got out, must have been like 5-minute ordeal, and by the time I'm looking for Rocky, he was already snatched up.
Rocky has been the Chan family dog for 7 years. He's described as friendly and loving.
I mean, if you're sitting on a couch, he'll sit right next to you, no matter how much room there is. He'll sit right next to you on the bed. He jumps on the bed. I mean, at night, he goes to my son's room and sleeps with him. My room, my daughter's room.
Authorities have released this photo of what appears to be a Honda Pilot used in the dog napping.
My kids are just torn up over it. I am. I mean, he's loved. He's got a loving place. I mean, thank you for taking care of him. But I mean, if you can give him back, that would be awesome.
This video raises questions about how an adult would influence a child. Police say they want to talk to the woman in that video. In Clifton, New Jersey, Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Police in New Jersey want to find a woman and child.
We're going to get this story out as much as we can, and we're going to pray and hope that they find Rocky. And she over there looking like a little thunter with her face smiling and everything, like she's right for doing what she's doing. And I'm going, you know what I want to call it. I want to call it something that I see that it is. And I really want to go there. I want to pray for Rocky. I want to pray for the owner, that they find this dog and get him back to his rightful owner. Amen. But I think that was illegal. Yeah, I'm gonna call it like it is. Let me get the dog. Looking, yeah, call me what you want. Look like an illegal, like a maid or something, taking her son or whatever like that, letting them do some stupidness like that. It's not just a dog running in the yard, you thunted. The dog lived there. That's somebody's dog. Craziness, and they don't even care. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Yeah, let's give Rocky back, or let's catch them, and they should be fined or something like that. I hope Rocky's worth about $2,000 so they can be brought up on grand theft charges. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got a Massachusetts lawyer. I'm glad that he got locked up. I don't like when people steal from people, especially something that they got to the heart like that, like a dog or your motorcycle or something like that. I don't appreciate people like that. Your car, you got to get back and forth to work. Excuse me for not really dealing with people like that, because I don't like them. And do your boy a favor, if you really like the show, what we got going on over here, yeah, it's kind of an emotional roller coaster, but we do what we do because we bring you all sorts of topics from all over the world. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. Also, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Also, if you got a little bit of money, I mean, I know it's a lot, and I know it's hard out here for a pimp, and I know it is, but it's a whole $2.99 if you like to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep on going, you guys. Yes, because now we got to get on over to Massachusetts. That's right. We got a lawyer who allegedly stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from a couple that inherited it from their mom. Sad part about it is they're saying that he stole the money and they may not ever see any part of it back. Oh yeah, in court, he got locked up. Didn't have to watch his head because the cell was right in front of him. But yes, they're saying that these two sisters may not get any of their mother's money back. And it was a lot of money, you guys. It's a sad story.
We are hearing tonight from one of the alleged victims of Melrose attorney Henry Rappa. He's accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from his clients. Now, one of those clients hired Rappa to help handle a major family inheritance. As WBZ's Mike Sullivan shows us, it may be hard to get that money back.
In court, Henry Rappa Jr. stood as a lawyer. He typically finds himself representing a client, not being the subject of the case itself.
I spoke to my client the next day. I said, how good did it feel seeing the bailiff put the cuffs on Henry Rappa?
Charles Dobbins represents Michael and Janine Tippin, a couple Rappa allegedly stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from.
Every time we asked for an invoice, and that would be via email, via text message, it was always, well, someone's actually working on my books.
After Michael's mother passed away, they inherited a large sum of money. His sister was the original trustee.
Because she actually passed away unexpectedly, we had to find a lawyer unexpectedly.
Michael assumed the trustee duties as Janine researched hiring Rappa. Court documents say they handed him their inherited money in March of 2023.
We learned at his hearing that my client's money was gone almost immediately.
The Tippings say every time they asked him for an invoice of his work, they were met with excuses.
There was, I'm in the urgent care, I don't feel well. I have opening day Red Sox tickets.
Eventually, they bought a new home and asked for the money back.
He had the nerve to ask how much money did we need. That's when I thought we are going to have a significant problem.
Do you have hope that you'll get all this money back?
Thanks to the BBO, yes.
Once the Board of Bar Overseers permanently suspends Rappa's license, Dobbins says his client can start the process of getting the money reimbursed.
Massachusetts is one of the unique states that actually has a financial vehicle to make whole any person that's been hurt by a bad lawyer.
Dobbins saying other states limit what victims can get back.
At the end of the day, he's getting what he deserved. And fortunately, my clients are going to be made whole.
In July of last year, a court ordered Rappa to stop practicing law,
The Middlesex County District Attorney's Office says he continued representing clients 6 months later and allegedly stole a combined roughly $21,000. We reached out to Rappa's lawyer for
So he kept on doing the same thing, even though he got caught for that.
comment, but have yet to hear back. In Nashua, I'm Mike Sullivan, WBZ News.
We are hearing tonight from...
Look at Mark. Mark said, I would be in prison for murder. How you going to ask somebody how much money you need? That's like you got their money in your hand. Like, I got your money right here. I'm like, oh, so you trying to get a house? Oh, for real? Well, how much money you need? Like, oh man, that would drive somebody the steam would come out your ears. You go crazy over something like that. Whoa, that's crazy right there. Do your boy a favor. I really would appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. Let's try to get more likes right now. I see we cracked out right now with these likes. What's going on with you guys? If you appreciate the content that you see going on over here, we got 422 people and we got 225 likes. Come on now. I know we put in the work and I know we're doing what we're supposed to do. So do it for your boy. I really would appreciate it. Come on now, let's get those likes up. Let's go. I don't hit y'all pockets. They tell me I should, but I don't hit your pockets. I come here every single day. I don't ask for nothing. I just keep on doing what we got to do. So the least you guys can do is hit a screen, double tap a screen. You guys, let them know how they got to get those likes going. What they got to do? They hit the screen 2 times? Do they hit the 3 dots? How they do it, y'all? Let them know, Kendra. Let them know, Liberty and Justice. Let them know how to get those likes up. Let's go.
One of the alleged victims of Melrose.
Keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. Let's go, you guys. We got to keep on going there. I know we got more in the kitty than that. Yeah, we got to get on over to Bad and Bougie. Look at the... That's right, you guys. It's going down. I don't normally cover this kind of news, but yes, I'm covering this kind of news today. We getting over to Florida/Hollywood. I had to go to Hollywood, Florida to realize there was more than one Hollywood. Yeah. Not only in California, there's another Hollywood in Florida. You got this rapper named Offset that you guys used to know probably from a group called Amigos. He gonna speak out for the first time after being pow-powed outside of the Hard Rock Casino. Now we got little TJ. You know who little TJ is, right? He got locked. Yeah, he got locked up for a little bit of disorderly conduct. And yes, they did tell him to watch your head. Yeah, he got kind of peed off too, because they're trying to say that little TJ sicked his boys on Offset. Well, I did a little bit of extra research and I heard that, from a bird said to another birdie that Offset, he likes to gamble. And because allegedly he likes to gamble, it said one day he was at the casino and little TJ was there. And he's like, yo, let me borrow 10,000 real quick. And little TJ, no, whatever, it's nothing. You're gonna give it back to me, no problem. Well, then come to find out he never gave him his money back. And then it's happening with like 2 or 3 other people too that said he's been doing the same thing. So long story short, we don't know if that's the truth or whatever, but we also know that Takeoff lost his life due to the same thing. Gambling. So I would try to think that I would try to stay away from something like that if my family member lost their life. But hey, he's Offset. He does what he wants to do. Let's see what's going on with this situation here as we got new details that emerge in the pow-powing of Offset.
We're hearing from rapper Offset for the first time since he was shot at Hard Rock Casino. Seminole police say another rapper, Little TJ, ordered people in his entourage to attack Offset, who was once, of course, married to Cardi B. CBS News Mommy's Chelsea Jones is your reporter live in Hollywood. She is at Memorial Regional Hospital, where Offset is still being treated tonight. Chelsea.
Yeah, Jim, we have been here for several hours and we have actually seen several of his associates outside of the emergency room behind me. Right now at this hour, things are quiet here, but like you said, at this point, we believe that he is still here being treated for his injuries. Kiari Cephas, best known as rapper Offset, seen for the first time in these photos smoking outside of Memorial Regional Hospital. He's also speaking for the first time on social media since being shot Monday at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. The Atlanta rapper commented, "You ain't bust nothing," in response to this. He was nothing to play with me like that in his life. That's Tion Merritt, also known as rapper Lil TJ. Seminole police accuse him of ordering his entourage to attack Offset at the valet of the casino. They charged him with disorderly conduct. He was released Tuesday afternoon. The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that nigga shot me. That shot me. La la la. The rat, the cat, the weirdo.
The last thing that he saw was like, yo, Offset popped me. Offset, he said, yo, little TJ, it could pop me. And he said, this rat, all this cap, these weirdos. So that's what all of the blinking was, you guys. Let's keep on going. Oh, Hollywood, Maryland. There you go.
In this video, you can see a man lying on the ground with an officer on top of him while police struggled to restrain another. TMZ snapped these pictures showing Offset on a stretcher, wounded. Paramedics took him to the hospital with non-life-threatening wounds. At this time, no one has been charged with pulling the trigger. Police say they are still looking. Tuesday morning on social media, Lil TJ's lawyer posted a statement addressing what she calls false rumors that Lil TJ was involved in a shooting. The question that remains is why all this happened in the first place. CBS News Miami asked Lil TJ as he left jail.
Does somebody owe you money? Ask Offset. He owe you money? Ask Offset. Hey. You have issues with Offset? I don't know.
Offset was married to popular rapper Cardi B. The two share 3 children. Offset's shooting comes just shy of 2 years since his brother and fellow Migo Takeoff was shot and killed in Houston. And while Lil TJ was charged with disorderly conduct, Seminole police say the shooter has still not been caught. Live from outside of Memorial Regional Hospital, I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
And yes, he's lucky an artery wasn't hit. I know he's the only one probably really taking this serious, because if you guys saw those photos of him smoking that cigarette, he was like this. He was smoking that cigarette like, oh my God, he was happy. He was really feeling that right there. I want to pray that he didn't lose his life. I want to pray that they stop doing things like this just to get reps. Also, Offset, I think it's time for you maybe to check yourself into some sort of a program when it comes down to the addiction for gambling anonymous or something like that, because bro, it's you didn't catch the first warning. This could be the second one. Lord knows what's going to happen with the third. They're saying that you owe more than one person money right now. If these people in these comments go look forward, something might happen, maybe even worse. So we still want to pray for you and want to thank the Lord that you're here and you made it through this tragedy. But also, we want to pray for you to get your stuff together and give you the strength and the understanding to do that. Amen. Because some people don't even know that they're addicted to certain things, you guys, and that's real talk. Do your boy a favor. Let's go get those 35 more likes up. We're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers over here, and we're right there. Yes, we don't care. We keep on pushing because we just keep on bringing the good news to you guys. That's exactly what we do. Just to let you guys know, we're celebrating today. Yesterday, we celebrated Winter Rising as being one of our new mods. So we don't call you guys mods. That's going to be a co-host / family member. Welcome to the family, Winter Rising. And thank you so much, Ann Jeanette, for the $10 super chat for you, for your coffee of jazz or whatever. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys, I really do. And guess what? We also have another person to thank. That will be Sam Champion for giving up the $5. That's right, you guys. We appreciate every single thing. $5 for all of the mods in a super chat. And guess what? Sam Champion. That's right. We've got another guy, Sam Champion, who is a mod. He's been asking for a while. I saw it in the comments. He's been asking me for a while. I think that's what throwing them dollars at us was about. Hopefully he don't stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make you think that, all right, now that you done got here, then you don't have to stop. But because you're very inspirational with the dollar tips. We really appreciate it. You actually inspire people, Sam. So guess what? For your inspiration to ours, from Liberty and Justice, from Mark Dorfman, from Jeffrey Spilker, from my boy Casey Ramos, to Batty Lynn, as well as Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, welcome to the family. You are now part of the family. Thank you so much. You really were. You earned it, and we appreciate you. We all love you over here. So thank you for being a part of the show. We got to get on over to the Panama Canal because we got a Philsnire Bills Null. Yep, a burst of flame that erupts after a tanker explodes on the Panama Bridge. Even though we still got to report it, you guys. It's a terrible situation. Yes, someone lost their life in this sad situation at the Panama Bridge. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go. We got to get those likes up. Fireball erupts after an oil tanker boom at the Panama Bridge. Now you got all that oil that spread across the bridge right there. And yes, out of this, one person lost their lives, sadly. Not doing no audio or anything like that, but I wanted you guys to see what was going on with this because this is coming straight off the. I think that's the post there, and that's a big ire ball right there, you guys. Yeah. Well, luckily the other people didn't get hurt, but this one, you see that one car over there, that does look like it took on a lot of damage. That might be the one that they're talking about. So yeah, Panama oil tanker took on yeah, flames and boom boom, things that I just cannot say. It's YouTube. But I would like to pray for the person that lost their lives and the ire ball erupted after the oil anchor exploded. Panama Bridge safely. Everybody else is safe. No one else got hurt, and we're just gonna pray for the family and all of the whoever the person that lost their life in this tragic event. Amen. Let's go on over to New Jersey. We got a suspect that's smashing windshields with bricks. I don't know what he's doing, what they're doing, but out there. But yeah, we got a lot of vandals out here. We go all over, big stories, little stories. Matter of fact, I don't even think I'm going. I think I actually got rid of that story. It wasn't enough for us. This one is going to be enough. Sorry about that, you guys. We got a situation over here in San Antonio, Texas. This is when I get scared when I ride my motorcycle of what things can happen. That's why I always tell everybody, oh, yo, why you don't just wear a t-shirt and some jeans and look cool? It's not about looking cool when you ride a motorcycle, just so you guys know, especially a sport bike or a super bike, a bike that does 100 miles per hour or more. You're going to definitely need the right type of gloves. You're going to need the right type of helmet. You're going to need on the right type of body armor. I'm not just talking about a fancy looking shirt. I'm talking about body armor. If you're really smart, you're going to have something that covers your back and covers your entire spine, and then also the top of your bum, right? Exactly. The motorcycle pants, because they have all sorts of padding, steel pads in different places. And also one thing that I would tell you guys, make sure that you do. It's almost as important as the helmet, because the last thing I want to see is someone grind their toes down to a nub on a motorcycle as it's scraping the ground when they're wearing sneakers. Don't think it can happen. Trust me, it can. Motorcycle shoes are designed to have steel in the front. So the steel is what scrapes across the floor just in case you come against something like that. Health and wellness early, just to let you guys know. See those guys out there with all of that equipment on. You see them with the jackets on. Trust me, those are the smart riders, and those are the ones that are going to be able to be here, like myself. I went down a few times, and just because of my helmet, my pants, the right type of shoes, I didn't get as harmed as possible, as could have happened. And you might get some scratches or whatever like that, but you might get lucky. But if not, you could wind up doing something like this. If your bike hits and you start seeing flames, then it's something that you really got to worry about. We're going to go over to San Antonio, Texas. We got a fiery motorcycle, Krills Nash, that's caught on camera. Let me open up this screen. It just misses these children that look like they're walking back and forth to school. And I'm just so happy that nobody was harmed in this. Let's go. So now I can already tell you what happened here. Let me get that off the screen because I don't want that to stay there.
The biker runs to put the flames out.
I was just baffled why there was a motorcycle on fire in my neighbor's yard.
Robert Perez lives across the street and captured this wild video.
It just was incredible that none of those children were hurt. When I saw the video and I saw the motorcycle flying in the air and the flames, it was nothing short of a miracle that they didn't get injured in the process.
Firefighters arrived minutes later, the bike mangled on charred ground. NBC's San Antonio affiliate reporting the biker said he was riding too fast and is now recovering after surgery. According to the county sheriff's office, he suffered second-degree burns. The investigation continues as this neighborhood is shaken but grateful that all are safe tonight.
So yeah,
Ryan Chandler, NBC News.
Tell you right now. Tell you what happened with this one. He was riding. He probably hit the brakes, similar to the motorcycle that we saw riding yesterday when somebody stepped out. When you stop short, the worst thing that you can do is hit that back brake, because when you hit that back brake, you're gonna fishtail. and you're gonna be coming down sliding like this, right? And then if you can't hold up that heavy motorcycle that's about 600 to 800 pounds or whatever like that, what's gonna happen is the bike gonna fall. It's gonna get away from you and keep on sliding. You're gonna be behind it sliding, the same way you saw it hit that sidewalk because it hit some sort of something that gave it ignition. Boom, took flight, and the next thing you know is what you saw. Smartest thing to do is if you go down on a bike, I'm telling you guys straight up and down, try your best. I know it sounds crazy, but to save yourself, coast the bike. Believe it or not, I done seen people literally get on the bike like ski, like a surfboard, jumped on the joint, went like this, and literally jumped off of it. I've seen that happen before. I've also seen good people that know how to fall because that's the first thing that you're supposed to learn how to do when you get your motorcycle. You're supposed to learn how to fall because you're supposed to get yourself in instances where you may be having a fall so that when it happens, you're already prepared for it. Yes, you got to do stuff like that when you're riding a motorcycle. You don't have a house around you like a car. It's just you against the vehicles, the 18-wheelers, the trucks, the buses. So you got to learn what they call defensive driving. And if you want to be smart about it, you need to go at a certain rate of speed because once you're out of control, it could be the other car that takes you out. And once you fall, now you're at the beck and call of every lane that you may have fell in with all of those cars coming at you. I'm not playing. Lay that joint down. Lay it down, coast it out, or let it go. Because it's nothing that you can do once it's down. Lay that joint down. Sad to say, but you'll do some body work, some damage control later if you can save the bike. Like the B right now, she's sitting up with about $3,000 worth of damage that we got to take care of, but we're going to get it done because we got court coming up and we're going to win that case. Yeah, we're going to win that case. So the same thing happened to me right before the summer ended. I was coming across the bridge. Someone ran out with a shopping cart full of cans. It just nicked the edge, but it damaged the entire side of the B, my motorcycle. I went down, but I was only doing 15, and I know how to fall. I fell the right way, didn't get hurt, went and saved the other guy, and everything was cool. B's got damaged, and that's how we're dealing with it right now. Be careful out there, you guys. Do yourself a favor. Helmet, pants, boots, gloves. Trust me, it's going to save you from getting all types of scrapes that happen. All types of scrapes all over me. Before, because I used to drive just like everybody else, ride your motorcycle with a t-shirt on. How about this? Go put a pair of shorts on and get on a motorcycle. Think you're trying to front and stunt for people. Man, you're gonna hit that pipe. When you touch that pipe on that calf, woo, Charlie, you're gonna know you're gonna always have to put on pants. Don't try to be like everybody else. Or, yo, let me get a ride. You get on somebody's motorcycle, when you let that inner thigh touch that hot pipe, woo, they gonna know it's Christmas, boy. I'm talking about gonna sound like chicken frying, that fricasseed flesh. I'm not playing. We gotta get on over there. Where we going right now? Where we going right now? No, I ain't doing that one. We going over to where? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Just be careful on those motorcycles out there. Real talk. Yeah, you think I never seen somebody do nothing like that? Look at you laughing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I did it myself. Didn't even think about it. When I bought my motorcycle, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wear this little yellow whatever like that. I had on some shorts or whatever like that. And when I was just riding, and next thing you know, I touched that pipe. I still got the black mark right here on my calf. Never do it again. I bet you won't. I bet you. And the bad part about it is you leave the piece of flesh on the pipe. Oh, it was so bad. I'm talking about it was nasty. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm not playing. Right between your legs too, on the middle of the calf, but you ain't even think about it. You just chilling. Ah! And it's so sad. It's scary because you riding, might do something crazy, might get into an accident. Do not ever ride a motorcycle with shorts on, ever. And if I ever see you with some slippers on, you asking for it. Let's keep on going forward because we got this new paint thing that's going on right now. If you guys buy paint in Maryland, the paint cans, the fees are now going up. I guess they're gonna try to do this everywhere else. I'm not so have so much bad to say about this, but the problem is they just keep on hitting us with taxes, and it's crazy. I use a lot of paint for clothing, for artwork, for many different things. You mean to tell me now you're gonna put a separate tax on paint cans? Let's go, you guys. Oh, because of the aerosol. So what is that doing to help the environment? What are we doing with it? Let's see what's going on right now with this situation. I mean, if it's something that's going to be beneficial, I'm all for it. So let's actually have an open mind right now and be perspective and see what's going on in Maryland right now. Anybody live in Maryland? Let's see what's going on out there with this paint can situation.
Paint cans in Maryland catches residents by surprise, now in effect 2 years after it was passed in Annapolis. Fox 45's Jeff Abel spoke to residents frustrated about this new cost, and he joins us live with those concerns and why this fee is in place. Jeff.
Well, chances are you may very well have a room in your house that looks very much like this one, filled with cans and cans of unused paint. Well, here in Maryland, you will now be charged a fee to recycle that paint, but it is where the revenue is going that's raising a lot of questions tonight.
Demolition Man, thank you.
At Home Depot, there are new signs of these taxing times. Last week, the state began mandating fees for every gallon of paint sold. $1.15 for 1 gallon, $2.25 for 5 gallons.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I'd happily pay.
There's just a fee for everything. So it's definitely a lot to manage.
The revenue generated will pay for a new paint.
She's buying 1 can. What about that contractor that's pushing it to the limit to get that contract going, that's already made that bid on that house? They got to go buy 30 to 40 to 50 cans or 100 cans. Yeah.
Recycling program where Marylanders can drop off their unused paint at more than 100 drop-off sites. The state is giving 100% of the revenue generated from the program to Paint Care, a nonprofit organization which will operate the program.
This was a bad idea from the beginning.
Let's look into Paint Care, because you know how they do it, right? Paint Care, are they a nonprofit? Are they legit? Let's see.
Insurance that basically the nonprofit is above board.
In fact, our investigation found that Paint Care, that's receiving 100% of the revenue, isn't even registered as a nonprofit in the state of Maryland. State law requires nonprofits to register each year and file annual finance reports. But according to the Secretary of State's Registry of Nonprofits, Paint Care hasn't filed at all.
So how'd they get this contract is the question.
Sounds like someone in the state was asleep at the wheel. They should have made sure, hey, if we're going to send it this program, let's make sure that the parties taking care of this are actually registered.
State Delegate Kathy Shalega, who opposed the legislation, says there are other questions.
Their top executives making $1.3 million a year. Their top 4 or 5 executives are making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So someone should have been in charge of making sure your paperwork was straight.
You guys see this? Do you see how governments and municipalities and cities and stuff get caught up like this? You see this? Look at this. Governor Moore finds new taxes and fees every week. Thank you so much, Teddy. How you doing out there, buddy? Hey, everybody good? Do y'all see this? Just more fraud, Jeffrey Spilker. There you go. There you go.
Oh, they just haven't registered. Do they not care? Do they not know how to do it?
For now, consumers are faced with one.
Those are not the questions that you ask, ma'am. The questions you ask, well, I don't want to pay this tax if they're not registered, if they're not legit. I'm not paying it. Y'all shouldn't force us to pay this. We need to push back. But no, they want to ask the questions talking about, do they need help? How are you going to need help filling out an application if you're supposed to be recycling paint? That's a harder job. Lord have mercy. You see why people get ripped off too, right?
More fee and a round of questions about a seemingly non-compliant nonprofit.
I mean, what's going on with the state? Why can't they pull this together?
Well, we did speak with the director of that nonprofit earlier today, who says he is unsure why the organization is not registered in Maryland, but promised to provide some answers.
You mean to tell me they're going to put together a program and already implement the tax in the state and then find a nonprofit that's going to take 100%, not 50, not 20, not 30, 100% of the revenue, come to find out that the nonprofit ain't even registered. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to get better than that. Do your boy a favor because you wasn't going to see this nowhere else. Because you're talking about, what is this about paint? It's not just about paint. It's about the way money goes through the cracks because of little small programs like that. You guys notice how much money it was, how much these people make every year. And that's just one grant that they get from the city. And if you know, like I know, once you're in somebody's pocket, you can get more money from them. Oh, we already sent them this. We already sent them that. Let's send them the money from that. So now they're really eating it up. It's crazy out here, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up if you see what's going on out here. Many forms of fraud. Let's get on over to Atlanta. Well, we got the police. They saying that they need help after a powing in Piedmont Park, you guys. Come on, let's get on over to Piedmont Park. We got to get on over to Atlanta, you guys. If y'all appreciate the content that we're putting down right now, the way that we're showing you guys a whole lot of stuff from all around the world. It's not the same song. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. Hit those 3 buttons right there to go ahead and share and subscribe with us. Also, there's a bell down there. If you hit that bell down there, it'll give you a notification so that you'll know when we're on. Also, the reason I'm asking is because I like for a lot of people to get over here. When you do hit the like button, YouTube sends up a signal, and yes, it gives many more people the opportunity to watch our show and learn what's going on about the early morning news. Let's go.
Intense. Police need your help after a shooting at a busy Piedmont park. It left one teen girl dead and another injured. Now, the crime happened last night as a 404-day festival took place there at the park. So many people there. Fox 5's Annie Mapp is live there now. And Annie, you've been talking with so many of those witnesses that were there for the scary moments.
It looks to me like one of those children's gatherings that we've been following up with all week, that they've been having these like a whole bunch of kids just popping up at places, and something looked like it popped off. Maybe 2 Jill's gang members saw each other and they didn't care about anybody else that was around. They just let it go.
Eric, that's right. Good evening. People who were at the park tell me they heard gunshots and immediately started running to safety. Atlanta police confirmed that unfortunately, a 16-year-old girl lost her life.
That was shots.
Atlanta police officers rushed to Piedmont Park around 9 Saturday night when witnesses report someone was shooting.
I don't know what kind of gun it is, but like pow, 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 pow. And then that's when I started hearing the police.
Officers say they got on scene to first find a 15-year-old girl who was shot in the shoulder. That victim was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital where she's in stable condition. Officers say they kept searching the large area for victims and found a 16-year-old girl with serious injuries. That victim died at the scene. Detectives are trying to figure out who fired the shots and why.
We were able to locate multiple crime scene locations with some ballistic evidence. Our K-9 came on scene and was able to locate different areas of concern.
The gunfire left dozens of people at
Now, how you gonna hit somebody in the dark? Like, you know you can't see. Like, you serious?
the park running for safety. One man who lives in the area says he was headed home and saw the graphic scene.
And that's when I ran into police and ambulances being there treating the gunshot victims.
That resident says he feared a tragedy could happen due to noticing what he describes as large crowds and little security.
Our neighborhood was so crowded with cars that if you wanted to leave your house, you couldn't. You know, we're not unaccustomed to festivals in this neighborhood, but usually for a festival of this size and scale with tens of thousands of people, there is Atlanta police present conducting traffic control, ensuring that.
And there was no police.
Everyone's behaving accordingly, and all of that was absent.
An event coordinator who asked to stay anonymous was at the park for the 404-day festival. She shares the same concern.
I plan large events like this, and I didn't see any police presence. I didn't see any police presence for security, for crowd control.
Now, police have not identified the victims in this case, nor have they said anything about a suspect. We know no one has been arrested so far. They are asking anyone with information to please contact police.
Sad part about it is after the fact, and that parent, that person that let their child go outside that night and never thought that they'd be getting the news like this. Instead of their child coming back home, they get the call that they lost their baby, their child. I just want to pray for the parents as well as the children that got affected by this, the one that lost their life, as well as the ones that's hurt. Hopefully they get through this and be able to move forward, and be careful out there, you guys, especially when you're sending your children out. We encourage people to show these videos to their children. This way to give a medium and show them why we care and why we're showing them these things are going on and why we're so hard on them and want to see where they've been at and want them to text us and call us to make sure that we know what they're doing. Want to pray for the families. All of the victims have ever lost a life in a tragedy like this. And we say collectively, you guys, amen. Just keep on moving forward, you guys. 15 years old, 16 years old. Could you imagine? And we thinking about how long we're going to be able to make it. The older ones of us out here, like, we just like, well, we're another year, another 2 years. We just appreciate life so much more than these teenagers now. I don't think that they have the fear of God. There's no spirituality. They don't have nothing to scared of. If anything, you ever hear them say, we on demon time, we on demon time. Crazy. Do me a favor, you guys. We need to get more stories like this out to more people. No, stories like this out to more people. Hopefully we'll be able to affect the communities and find out who did this to this little girl, because not only did one girl lose her life, there was another one that was struck. And it's always the innocent people that always fall victim to situations like this. Please, you guys, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go back. We're gonna go back to Atlanta. Okay, we got an ex-USP Atlanta guard who's been convicted of drugs. Okay, helping out the inmates. Okay, cool. We got a correctional officer that basically, I don't know if they constructed this wall or whatever, but long story short, got a situation with an ex correctional officer who was basically bringing in the goods to the jail and running an operation for many years. No longer working there, of course, but we got the story coming out right now. And thank you so much, Demolition Man, for showing the love. This is off my little Wendy's salary to support this show. Thank you so much. But you know what? Wendy's still got you working. And guess what? You might find a millionaire that walk in there like, hey, I like the way you work. You need another job? Never downplay the job that you're at, because you're getting up every day, my brother. You're putting in the time and just make it the best that you can. And I guarantee you, something else will open up because you're going to get a blessing. We pray for you too. Thank you so much, Demolition Man. Pray for you to get a blessing and you can move on with your day and in your life as well. Thank you for being a part of the show. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Thank you so much, Demolition. Just the fact that you gave up the $2, that's like 2,000 to us. That's how I look at it. Let's keep on moving forward. We got 15 injured at this Louisiana parade after a driver plows into a crowd. That's what he did. 15 people are injured after. I got to get this out. I was going to do the other one first, but I got to show you guys this. I was trying to hold it back. I'm just going to show it to you. I was going to hold it back, but I can't do that. We got to get on over to Louisiana because 15 people are hurt after this situation happened.
Horrific tragedy in Louisiana. A suspected drunk driver plowing his car into a crowd at a festival celebrating the Lao New Year. At least 15 people are injured, some seriously. That driver now facing multiple charges. We do want to warn you, some viewers may find these images disturbing. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Tonight, video shows the dramatic moments. A 57-year-old man was arrested after police say he drove his car into a crowd in Louisiana this weekend.
All I saw was everyone flying and pushing off to the side.
At least 15 people were injured, some critically, when the crash happened on Saturday afternoon during the Lao New Year festival in the city of Broussard. You can see emergency responders helping the injured.
I just simply thought
I didn't want to, I really didn't, you guys, because it's like, I felt that we had enough. But then again, I didn't want y'all to say, oh, you know what happened in Louisiana? You ain't covering that. So I had to cover it, you guys. We're going to pray. We're going to move forward after this.
that he was coming to join the parade because the car was kind of nice. He inches closer and closer, revs his engine again, and just plows through everybody.
Police identifying the suspect as Todd Landry, arresting him and charging him with negligent injuring in the first degree. State police say Landry showed signs of impairment and that a breath sample indicated a blood alcohol content above the legal limit. At least 13 people were rushed to the hospital, including 2 who had to be airlifted. This mother frantically searching for her son.
Was able to locate him and my friend safely. And then once I found them, I started looking around and you just saw bodies everywhere. And it was just, I don't know, it was like a twilight zone.
Now, the sheriff's office says it does not appear this crash was intentional, but add this is still an active investigation. Rachel.
Rena, thank you.
Oh,
We turn.
yeah, I was going to hold it back, you guys, but sometimes it's like, you know what? Just let it go because you guys deserve to see what happened there in Louisiana. There was someone trapped up under the vehicle, and long story short, the person that was trapped up under the vehicle, that was the person that lost their life. 13 other injured people and one that had a really critical. So really bad situation right there, you guys. Alcohol, drinking, and driving does not mix. Again, we heard about what happened, how he revved up at the beginning, so we don't know what his intentions were. We're going to keep on following up with this story, but we definitely got to pray for the 13 people as well as all of those affected, the family members, the children that were out there. That was a big event going on out there, so Lord knows who saw that. When people see things like that, it can affect them for the rest of their lives, and not just the people that got directly affected. So yes, I'd like to pray for everyone who was affected, people who saw it, because that could make you just want to faint right there. I know how that feels. Terrible situation right there. I want to pray for everybody affected with the situation. And hopefully he gets some alcohol treatment and they keep him in jail for a very long time to the point where he don't need no treatment. He's coming home or not coming home as a very old man. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Now I'm going to show you the Atlanta guard that was convicted of the D-rug setting up in the correctional facility. And basically they had this going on for years. Let's go ahead, you guys. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. More stories like this are on the way. Let's keep it going, you guys. And guess what's coming up? Health and wellness. Stick around. You guys are going to love it. I got a special health and wellness for you guys today.
Moving now to a story here in the Atlanta area. A former federal correctional officer is heading to prison after a jury found him guilty of helping inmates run a massive drug smuggling operation inside the U.S. penitentiary.
Looks like they had another sort of a cell that was over there that probably wasn't used. They put up a wall and they had everything going out through that cell over there.
Atlanta. So very interesting story here. A former corrections officer finding himself behind bars. We're speaking of Patrick Shackelford, a former plumbing supervisor at USP Atlanta. He was convicted of conspiracy and accepting bribes following a 6-day trial. Federal prosecutors say Shackelford, he helped inmates James Hughes and another man, so 2 inmates we're speaking of here, use a sledgehammer and power drill to create passageways into a hidden room next to the visitation area. And you can see that on your screen. And that looks crazy, kind of like the show Prison Break. I don't know if you all have seen that before, but that's what this kind of reminds me of. Speaking back on the story here, the inmates created a small hole under a sink in the visitor's restroom. And every weekend, officials say, associates of the inmates would push packages of meth and marijuana through the hole. Shackelford then allowed the inmates to use their plumbing carts and tools as cover to move the drugs across the prison. He even let an inmate use an empty stall office, which became known as, quote, Jamie's office, to hide the stash. So let's talk about the numbers in this story here. The smuggling ring was uncovered in February of 2019 when officials searched the plumbing office ceiling and they found over a pound of 100% pure meth, over a kilogram of marijuana, large quantities of spice and tobacco, several cell phones, and $5,000 in cash used to bribe Shackelford. What's next for this former corrections officer? He was taken into custody immediately after the verdict. He faces a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison without the possibility of parole. And his sentencing is scheduled for this summer on July 20th. His 3 inmate co-conspirators, Patrick Kirkman, Mitchell Arms, and James Hughes, have all pleaded guilty for their roles in the scheme.
And now they throwing him under the bus because he's the correctional officer. They like, man, he forced us to do this. He said if we don't do it, he's going to make this the hardest time. You know that they going to really be laying it on right now. They ain't trying to get jammed up worse than they are. So now, Mr. CO, you're going to be on that side of the fence now.
So this is just an update here for you on this situation. He is spending time behind bars, sentencing set for July 20th for this.
Over there looking like Jackie Joyner Kersey with the muscles in the arms. Like I was going to let that go. Look at her. Like she was a runner. She's a track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. Looking like a track star.
Former corrections officer.
Okay, former correctional officer, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Yeah, she looked like a runner. She's a track star. Like she was like, what's up, y'all? You want to race? I got you. Ring. However you want to do it. Let's go. Like she was ready for it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Washington. Another DUI. A woman driving at 100 miles per hour, fleeing a traffic stop. And you know it never comes out to be a good situation when somebody's doing something like this. 100 miles per hour, trying to flee a traffic stop. Why? Because she was DUI. And what did she do? She crashed into somebody, of course, and now she's being charged with that plus manslaughter. And again, I don't think it should just be the manslaughter. I think it should be capital murder. That's right. You guys heard what I said. From now on, they need to up the ante and see if people will start doing better.
And a jury has found a D.C. woman guilty of involuntary manslaughter in a crash that killed 3 men. Today's verdict comes 3 years after prosecutors say Nikita Walker was driving under the influence and fleeing a traffic stop when she slammed into a rideshare. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 5. I'm Erica Gonzalez.
I'm Sean Yancey. Walker was driving 100 miles per hour on Rock Creek Parkway at the time of that collision. News 4's Paul Wagner was in the courtroom when the verdict was read and joins us live with the very latest. Paul?
Well, Erica and Sean, Nikita Walker had no reaction whatsoever to the verdicts today. Those verdicts not only including 3 counts of involuntary manslaughter, but she was also found guilty of fleeing a law enforcement officer and assault with a dangerous weapon.
Do your boy a favor. We want to make sure that a lot of people see stories like this because hopefully it will prevent somebody else from doing it. And they need to hand out real serious time for crimes like this and start to really crack down because we are really tired of seeing things like this happen on the road. It's already bad enough out there with high speed and stuff. Now we got to worry about DUIs and people crashing into people. We don't need that, you guys. There needs to be stiffer penalties, not just manslaughter. Let's go.
The families of the 3 victims in this case were not in the courtroom today, but Nikita Walker's friends and family were. They had no reaction when they left the courthouse today, but we did hear from Nikita Walker's attorney who said that his client, I should say, maintains that it was an accident that night, and she's deeply remorseful. Just moments before the March 15th, 2023 collision that killed Mohammed Kamara and the 2 passengers in his Lyft, Nikita Walker was pulled over for speeding by an officer with the U.S. Park Police.
Is there a reason we're driving like 80 miles an hour, blowing red lights?
Walker is seen in body camera video telling the officer she was trying to get home to her son, who was by himself.
How old's your son?
He's 10.
But as the officer questioned Walker's passenger about the drink he had in his hand and the weed he had in his pocket, Walker decided to speed off. A witness testified Walker reached speeds over 100 miles per hour before slowing down just before the crash. Donnell Thomas, Walker's passenger, seen here leaving court last week, testified he was concerned about Walker's behavior that night and suggested more than once that he should take the wheel. Walker's attorney...
How you going to take the wheel when you got a drink and you had some... Come on, man. Stop it.
...has always maintained what happened that night was an accident.
It's a difficult case because it was clearly not intentional. I mean, she has a lot of remorse for the family.
What you mean non-intentional? She should have stayed there and got her lick when she got caught right there. Stay there and get your lick. What you driving off for?
I think the biggest issue here is that it happened. It was an accident, and I think she feels terrible about it. If you saw when one of the witnesses said that her son didn't make it to 22, she lost it. She broke down. She couldn't hold herself together. I mean,
what's that going to help? Because you're crying. That son is not going to make it to 22 at the end of the day. She should have thought of all of this remorseful stuff before she took the wheel, period. I don't care about all that.
It's a very unfortunate situation.
Jamie Carter, who prosecuted the case for the U.S. Attorney's Office, declined to comment.
No, thank you.
News 4 previously reported that Walker had 3 prior DUIs, and the car she was driving had $12,300 in unpaid photo-enforced traffic tickets. Walker is now 46 years old. She has been locked up since her arrest in 2023 and now faces years in prison. According to the D.C. Code, she faces up to 30 years in prison on each count of involuntary manslaughter. Now, Nikita Walker will remain behind bars until her sentencing. Now, it's very common for a pre-sentence report to be done and given to the judge so that the judge understands exactly what Nikita Walker's background is. The judge will get that report, and then the sentencing will be held on June 5th. That's the latest here from D.C. Superior Court. Now back in the
Oh man, you see that people that lost their lives from her. She's done got so many priors. She should have been off the road. Honestly, she should have been arrested. They should have went to her house to arrest her. With all of the charges that she had, with all of the stuff that she had prior onto her, she should have got arrested at home way before she even got back into that car. Person that was next to her talking about, oh, give me, I already told her to let me take the wheel. That's after the fact, and now you're trying to throw her under the bus to make yourself look better. Number two, you was drinking. That was what was the alcoholic drink that you were drinking. So it's not like you were gonna be any better behind the wheel. And they caught you caught you with the dirt with the in your pocket. Somebody else said what they probably had in the trunk. Why'd they run off like that? She's done. Hopefully they keep her in there because she had too many priors already with over $12,000 worth of infractions that they had already on her video on that car right there. Lord have mercy. I want to pray for the victims and the families, and I want to pray for every single person that gets caught in a tragic situation like this. I really feel that I think that these charges need to be bumped up and make them more severe because when you're just giving these people these little charges, it's not really affecting and it's not really putting a dent in what they've done. She probably should get LIFE. I'm just going to say it. No, it shouldn't be in my prayer. For the fact that she took 3. I want to pray for all of the families of everybody that lost their lives in this tragedy. I want to pray for every single person that's trying to get through anything that they probably had a situation like this, because I know that this is not just an isolated incident. Happens more than once. Amen. Woo, that's it right there. Come on now. Can I stop doing these already? I mean, for real? Oh my God, the 13-year-old. I got to tell y'all this story. Okay, let's get on over to Dallas. Let's go to Dallas, you guys. We got a woman that's been arrested for murdering a 13-year-old boy. He came over to ask her if her son was ready to play. All he did was knocked on the door and said, are you gonna come out to play? And the next thing you know, Marcus, he's no longer with us. And his family and his friends and everybody is just so shook up about this. This was a senseless act. I don't know, I want to say violence, but it was a senseless act. Let's go ahead, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on out here. Got to be more careful with these weapons, with the people that have them, with the ones that we letting get in contact. We got a teenager who's been arrested for a 13-year-old losing their life.
Police say a young woman shot and killed a 13-year-old boy and then lied about it. Police say 18-year-old Sarai Griffin shot 13-year-old Marcus Reeves Jr. after he knocked on her door. Police say Griffin called 911 and claimed she shut the door and then heard gunfire, but a witness on a video call heard something else. Fox 4's David Centenary spoke with family members about this tragic killing. Dave.
And the 18-year-old woman is here at the Dallas County Jail today. We have obtained some court records about this case, but we still do not know ultimately what led to that 13-year-old boy being shot and killed.
This type of feeling like, get better, it get worse every day.
Marcus Reeves Sr. always wanted a junior, and he got his wish.
He's just a happy kid.
A blessing to watch his child grow into a teenager, but last month, Marcus Reeves Jr. was shot and killed after knocking on someone's front door in Dallas's Redbird neighborhood.
What could a 13-year-old do or have done to be shot in his head?
On Friday, 18-year-old Soraya Sanford Griffin was arrested by U.S. Marshals and charged with the 13-year-old's murder.
She killed Marcus. She's a killer.
The boy's family does not know why.
We're really trying to figure it out, and we want answers and we want justice.
According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Reeves Jr. went to the suspect's home off Pintail Court, asking to speak with another juvenile at the home.
Yeah, he went to knock at the door to see a friend that lives there.
That juvenile and Griffin told police they spoke with Reeves Jr., then closed the door and heard gunshots. Griffin claims Reeves was seen lying on the ground outside, so she called 911, but police have reason to believe she lied. According to the arrest warrant, a witness on a video call with the juvenile in the home heard the gunshots and yelling, hearing, quote, "Soraya, you shot him."
I want the younger folks to put the guns down. There's so many young children with guns for no reason.
The arrest warrant does not explain why the shooting happened or what words may have been exchanged at the front door.
Losing a child is a pain. It's hard to get over. It's hard to let go.
Reeves Sr. says he does not know his son's alleged killer, but hopes she's given a maximum punishment.
Parents can only do so much. The neighborhood people can only do so much. Police can do so much. But the justice system got to crack down with it. Because there's too many kids catching cases and getting away with it or thinking they won't get life sentences.
Again, Griffin is here at the Dallas County Jail. However, her bond amount has not yet been set. Steve, back to you.
All right, David.
Oh man, so another tragedy, another family loss, another son lost, another son won't walk down the aisle, won't graduate. Looks like a beautiful family too. It looked like his only son too. So when something like that happens, when you lose your only son, they say a parent is supposed to bury their child. It's not supposed to be the other way around, you guys. And I'm hoping and praying that this is the last time I'll do a prayer for this today. So I really had enough so far, Lord. I'm gonna tell you myself, and I'm tired of praying for stuff like this because everywhere we go, it seems like it's constantly happening. And it's like they just can't get it. Life is so precious. I know we know that. We understand it. Every single day that we giving it, I know I'm giving it. I'm just so thankful to the Lord that I was able to wake up. So you guys wonder why I put these suits on and why I'm so jipper and happy every day. First of all, I'm happy to be here. Everything else is a blessing after that. Amen. Even the bad stuff. I might wake up with a headache. Guess what? You woke up and now you got the headache. You cannot wake up. How about that? People need to be more appreciative of life and value life much more. That's the problem. Let's keep on moving forward over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Boom. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. New York, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Sad situation we got going on right now with a bail package that's been granted for a person named Jordan. He's been cleared in the case of who? None other than Sucker MCs, DJ Run DMC, Run DMC's DJ, Jam Master Jay, Jason Mizell. That's right, you guys know. Many years ago, Jason lost his life, aka Jam Master Jay, and now the person who did the crime has been granted bail, and he's going to be able to get out real soon. He's supposed to be basically got cleared in the case. I don't know what happened in this case, but it seems like they had a weak case, and he's about to get a bail package set up, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this situation with Jam Master Jay, supposedly, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word, murderer.
The man cleared in the killing of Jam Master Jay is a big step closer to freedom. A judge granted Carl Jordan Jr. a $1 million bail package today. He remains behind bars for now because he still faces drug charges related to the rapper's death. Prosecutors will decide this week whether to appeal the bond decision. Jordan was convicted in 2024 alongside another man of murder for the 2002 shooting of Jay inside of his Queens recording studio. A judge overturned Jordan's conviction in December, saying there was not enough evidence he was motivated by a dispute over a drug deal.
Also, ladies, make sure that your doors are very secure. And I mean that. Like, don't just let them put that regular flimsy lock on your door. I don't think it's a good idea. I have 3 locks on my door. I have 2 deadbolts. I have a top lock, and I also have a slider. And I don't feel comfortable in my home unless all of that's locked up. When I'm ready to go out, I open the door however I want to do it. But my front door is like Fort Knox. I'm talking about boom, boom. Yeah, you need a very strong door on your front door, especially if you live alone and you're a single woman. I'm going to say that because you never know what's going to happen. Got some crazy guys out here. You got some foolish neighbors. Let's get on over to Pennsylvania. We got a video that shows a man with a machete knocking on his neighbor's door in Upper Marion. He looks a little crazy, but I do think that there may be more to this story. I do. For some reason, it just gives me that there's more to this story that's being reported. You guys let me know what you think, if you think there's more to this story. Also, if you appreciate the content and what you're getting so far, we're about to get into that health and wellness real soon. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, What are you waiting for? Become a member and hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. Let's get into this and why I'm so serious about having a strong front door.
Out in these court documents. However, police here say that video is key in showing what went down on Sunday morning.
I woke up at 12:30 a.m. to my door being knocked, my Ring camera going off.
She doesn't want us to reveal her identity to you because of this.
He was trying to cover the camera in some footages, and yeah, then he was sizing up my door with his.
And Sam Champion said you could put a cheap window alarm on your windows too, just so they could ring when they open. Serious, pay attention.
His machete and playing with it in front of the camera. And once I saw that he had the machete, I called the police right away. I didn't even get out of my bed. I called the police.
The woman says she recognized the man at her door as her neighbor, a man police say they have had contact with before. In the video, you see Thomas Zarner kicking the woman's door, displaying that machete.
I didn't know what his intention.
That's why it's important to have a strong door, because if her door would have just flew open, he would have been able to get in there. You see what I'm talking about, right? Double tap that screen. Come on, you guys. I know you can do it. We can get that 500 going. I know you can do it. I know we ain't even at 400 yet, but I want to get to 5. So come on, let me see if y'all got 5 on it. Y'all got 5 on it. I got 5 on it too. Come on, let's get those numbers up.
We have never had like any altercations, us.
But she says she was concerned enough to take action just hours before this incident.
Finally, got a Ring camera up 3 hours before the incident. And, hopefully this is the end.
You were that concerned about your neighbor that you went out and got a camera?
We needed to go out and get a camera, yeah.
So you got a camera 3 hours before this incident. Why was that? What led up to that? Now, I know his actions were pretty strong in coming up there like that, but why did you decide 3 hours early to buy a Ring camera?
And thank God it came the day that I ordered it. I put it up 3 hours before, and I caught that on my camera.
The damage still visible to the woman's door. Court records show domestic charges filed in February. Bail was granted then, and tonight Zarner is in jail on these new charges, including attempted burglary, harassment, and possession of a weapon.
Okay, so the story changes a little bit. You ordered already, and then it came, and you just put it up. Okay, all right, sounds a little bit more believable.
It's nothing that anybody could really do, so me having my Ring camera was actually what the police had told me was gold.
This dude acting like it's the purge out here, like waiting for her to open the door. This is crazy.
That's what I needed to be able to see or prove that this person was not safe to have around my house.
Now, police here say that they had had a number of complaints about Zarner in that Upper Marion neighborhood from his neighbors.
Some people said I live in Upper Marvin, PA. This is horrible, horrible, horrible. I hope they get caught. Yes, you guys, and this is why I try to do stories from all over, because you never know what we're going to wind up with and who basically can relate in the chat. Let's go, you guys. Let's get those likes up. It gets to more people to be warned about this stunt tonight.
Tonight, he is held in the Montgomery County Prison. There was no attorney listed on court filings so that we could obtain a comment on his behalf. Reporting live in King of Prussia, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
All right, you guys, we got the real life Sarah Connor out here. I'm serious about this one. I'm talking about Sarah Connor. She's in effect. I know that you guys know it's a movie. Y'all looking at me like Boogotti, stop playing around us. Ain't no such thing as no Sarah Connor out here. I'm serious. Sarah Connor. I don't know. I'm telling you guys right now, laugh if you want to, but we got to get on over to Virginia, where this woman bounces around the state trying to dodge law enforcement. This is all stemming from her escaping custody when she was taken to the hospital, because basically she's pregnant. So she got locked up. She said, oh, I need to go to the hospital. And of course, when they took the cuffs off, she tiptoed out the door. And of course, the police have been looking for her. She tried to go inside of this laundromat or this baker or this location and hang out in the front. She was looking a bit nervous, but the store owner let her hang out. Next thing you know, here come the popo. Have you seen a lady that was pregnant? Yes. The reason I call her Sarah Connor, because only a woman with that much determination is going to do all of this. A pregnant woman, 3 different counties, and she was still on the roll. Let's go, y'all. Let's see what's going on with this situation right here. Happens in Newport, as this surveillance video shows a suspect was caught in North Kingstown after Newport hospital escape. Let's go.
First at 6 o'clock, only on 10, a pregnant woman who gave the slip to cops and her handcuffs is back in custody tonight with the rearrest. Caught on camera at a North Kingstown clinic.
Y'all heard that, right?
Hello again, everybody. I'm Gene Bellasetti.
Good evening. I'm Patrice Wood. Tonight, we know more about the woman involved in this escape. She was arrested in Jamestown and taken to Newport Hospital for medical treatment. It was there that she escaped. And then police found her in North Kingstown. And that's where NBC 10's Molly Levine is tonight. Molly?
Gina Patrice, the search for the escapee ended here at a local dry cleaners in North Kingstown. Now, the owners said they had no idea that police were even looking for this woman, and they were shocked to learn why.
Never did the thought cross my mind that there's like different cops departments looking for this lady sitting in front of me.
Co-owner of Quality Cleaners Incorporated in North Kingstown, Mitchell Tia, says a pregnant woman came into a small business Monday.
So she walks in and says, I'm just really cold from being outdoors. Is it okay if I sit here for a while? The moment she sat down, you could just tell something was off. And then the fact that she was saying absolutely nothing, staring out the window, frantically texting on her phone, I was like, this isn't adding up.
And like clockwork.
Guys, you see a 5'2" pregnant woman right here? Right here.
Cuffed at the cleaners.
Stand up. We got our dry cleaners where I'm from.
It all started on Easter Sunday when 38-year-old Virginia Allen was arrested by Jamestown police, charged with reckless driving, a second offense, and driving with a suspended license, a fourth offense. On Monday, while Jamestown police were preparing to bring her to court for her arraignment, police say she complained of feeling sick. She was brought to Newport Hospital under police supervision. While at the hospital, police say she was able to slip out of her handcuffs and walked out of the exam room. Newport police tell us she attempted to steal a car from the hospital parking lot. Unsuccessful, but
Sarah Connor moved. She got up out of there pregnant, tried to go hotwire a car. That's why I'm calling her Sarah Connor, y'all. She's no joke. 3 counties. She's not playing.
She was able to slip out of her handcuffs and walked out of the exam room. Newport police tell us she attempted to steal a car from the hospital parking lot. Unsuccessful, but in the attempt, she assaulted a person. Cops eventually catching up with her here in North Kingstown. Court records show Allen has been charged in over 24 criminal cases dating back to 2009, from driving offenses to eluding law enforcement in a high-speed pursuit to shoplifting and disorderly conduct, to name a few. The incidents took place in several different cities and towns around the state, from Newport to Providence. Now she's being held without bail as a probation violator out of East Greenwich. In 2024, police allege Allen was sleeping in the driver's seat of a running car, blocking a roadway, and instead of pulling over, police say Allen sped off, leading them on a chase. Back at the dry cleaners, the owner says he's glad he never asked her to leave.
They caught her here instead of then having to chase her around.
Again, Allen is being held without bail and will be in court next Tuesday. I'm live from North Kingstown, Molly Levine, NBC 10 News.
Now she really gonna have a crazy baby, and I'm talking about that baby going through a lot of stuff. She running around acting like that. She got the baby. She gonna have her baby in jail like Tupac. Her baby gonna be born in jail like Tupac was, y'all. That's crazy right there, y'all. Do your boy a favor, because you wasn't gonna see that nowhere else but here. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up to get more people to get over here to see stories like that. They're gonna be like, oh my God, you had a little baby boy. What you gonna name it? She gonna say Tupac. She gonna name it right after Pac, y'all. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I don't know what she was thinking about. Yeah, let's go. We got to get on over to Baltimore, because this is the perfect example of a good mother. Now, she might go through a lot. Man, you're going to name the baby Tupac. Boogotti, you crazy. I know. I can't help it. Sometimes I knock it out the park sometimes. We're going to name the baby Tupac. There you go, y'all. Let's get on over to Baltimore. We got this mother that explains why she returned some stolen money that her son took out of a tip jar. We showed the video the other day of the guy going in and stealing the tip jar, and the guy that worked there being like, hey, that's how it is out here. But you know what? This mother has a lot that she has a lot of respect and a lot of foresight. And I think that her kid may be with the right person. Hopefully he does pick up off of the way that she puts it down, because what she did was beautiful. She came back and she paid the stolen money back out of the tip jar that her son took. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. Mothers like this, there needs to be more of them. Teaches your kid how to have more morals and stuff. And let me just give you guys a quick story about myself. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. One day, me and my buddy were hanging out, right? It was this, I'm about, let's say about 10 years old, 9 years old, something like that. It's me, my friend, and another guy. So now, next thing you know, I see the guy's wallet. You know, it's coming out of his back pocket a little bit. I'm a little guy, you know. I see the wallet coming out the pocket a little bit. I'm like, I've seen this on television before. So I go over and I bump into him and I take the wallet. I gotta be honest, I was about 9 years old. I took the wallet, put it in my pocket, me and my friend, and we like, hey, got the money now. So now as we got this money, we go up to Broadway. And I don't know if you guys remember, but they used to have these Hawaiian suits and you could buy the shirt and the pants and they got like Hawaiian print all over them or whatever like that. So we thought we was doing something big. So I'm like, yo, let's go into this. It was a 99-cent store and we wanted to buy some Hawaiian suits. I don't know what made us do this. Okay, cool. So we went into this store. We bought these Hawaiian suits. I bought one for him and one for myself. Okay, cool. Now I know I can't take that Hawaiian suit back to my crib because my mother gonna see it and I'm gonna get in trouble because she ain't give me no money to buy no suit. So I left it at his house. So cool. We wear the Hawaiian suits when we chilling. All of a sudden, come to find out, they caught his Hawaiian suit. They're like, yo, where you get this Hawaiian suit from? He told his mother, oh, I got the money from blah, blah, blah. And we went over and bought the Hawaiian suits. Next thing you know, I'm coming home from school. I'm thinking everything is all good. I go down to his crib to get my Hawaiian suit. They're like, yo, your Hawaiian suit is upstairs at your mom's. I'm like, oh my God. I get upstairs. Soon as I get in the house, it's a catastrophe. My mother's from Florence, South Carolina. So just so you know, broomstick, belt, fist, hands, all that. Boop, bap, boop, bap, boop, bap. I'm over here like, Mom. I'm talking about trying to catch it. Yes, it was not a game back in those days. Long story short, tore my ass up for that Hawaiian suit. Okay, cool. My dad is a little bit different. He comes over and he's like, yeah, come on with me. So he takes me to the kid's house. Let me just tell you the story real quick. He takes me to the kid's house. Now I'm all embarrassed and everything. Like, he's like, oh, gives the kid back his wallet. And I'm over there like this looking all stupid. He's like, oh, so how much money did he take from you? He's like, oh, he took like $50 from me. So he went in his pocket, my dad, and he gives the kid back the $50. And right in front of the kid, he gives me $100. He goes like that to give it to me. Any other time my dad give me money, I'll be really quick to take it. This time I felt kind of stupid. I don't know if he was trying to make me embarrassed in front of the kid, but it made me embarrassed because it made me feel like I didn't even really have to do that because I could have just asked my dad for it. And he still gave me the $100. When the kid closed the door, we went downstairs. He said, look, we don't do stuff like that. We work. We don't steal from people. You see how I got my money? I got 3 jobs. I don't do stuff like that. And you're my son. You don't ever do nothing like that. If I ever catch you doing something like that, you're gonna get in trouble by me. Never did anything like that again. I've never been good at doing crimes or anything like that. So I've always been able to stay out of prison. And you're looking at a guy, you're ready? No felonies, no misdemeanors, none of that crap. I actually was able to get around all of that crap because I had good parents. That's just a little story I want to tell you guys about. So Victor, yeah, you're lucky you got your wallet back. My dad made a good impression on me. And ever since then, I've been working since I was able to work. I've been having jobs packing trucks, Crabtree and Evelyn. Whatever the job was, I always did it because I like to make my own money, buy my own sneakers. So when you got a parent like that that can steer you in the right direction, you have a chance. Shout out to Maxie Young III. RIP to my dad. I love you so much and thank you for being the man that you are. Every day I look in the mirror, I see you, and that's why I do what I do, because I represent you and mommy. They don't understand it, but we do. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. People have to have principles. They have to have morals or something about them. You have to instill that in your children in order for it to work. This is a perfect example right here. Let's go.
Conversations throughout the world tonight coming right out of Baltimore County. So a young man, if you have not seen this video, steals from the tip jar of a local food vendor who was live streaming at the time, only for his mother to return later and repay him. And they end it with a hug. Joining us tonight in studio is that mother, the woman who started this viral movement, Pastor Tanya Gray. And Tanya, We thank you for being here tonight. We thank you for chatting about
Thank
this. I
you,
think it's a
Addie.
very powerful story. And let's start with the original video here, okay? It goes viral. Your son approaching this food vendor, ordering some food, then stealing from the tip jar. What goes through your mind when you first see that video?
This means we think alike. Somebody said, Andrew said, I saw that story. I was going to send it. That means we think alike.
To beat him. I was going to beat him. But when I first saw it, I said, that is not how he was raised. That's not what we do. You don't steal from anybody. And my first thought was, what is he going through? What is going on in his mind?
Now, look, you could have easily turned a blind eye to this. You could have pretended that wasn't your son. But instead, you show back up to this food vendor. And not only that, but you decide to repay him. Why?
Because he deserved to be made whole. He's on a corner. He's doing a service. He's helping the community. He has the right to have what he has worked hard for to be whole. My son had no right to go in and take anything from him. If I'm working, I expect you to give me a paycheck. I don't expect you to take it from me. I earned it. So because he earned his pay, he deserved it. So I had to make him whole.
What was your son's reaction to this once he found out that you went back?
To be totally honest, he was fine. I think it was the whole viral thing that's like, oh my gosh, but he was okay. And I told him, I said, I'm going to have to make him whole because you had no right to take from him.
And look, I think this is a teaching moment when it comes to accountability for our youth. I always say in the city, every child deserves to have somebody believe in them. It's obvious you believe in your son.
Absolutely.
And you know that one wrong choice doesn't define you. What do you want our youth to take out of this?
To take out of this incident, what I would like for our youth to take is you have to make better choices. You have to be accountable for your actions because all actions, every action has a reaction. If you are going to go and do something wrong, prepare for the consequence. Better yet, just don't do it.
There you go, you guys. Just don't do it. You're lucky that ain't my mama, because she would have cracked me in the head. Wakatow! I didn't learn how to fight from my dad. I told you, he was the mediator. He the one that got me out here teaching you guys all this stuff, and I didn't even know why I do that. You know what my dad would do? Perfect example, another one. I'd be like, Dad, what's 1 + 1? He'd be like, let's take a little walk to the store real quick. But the store ain't the one on the corner. He gonna walk you all around the corner, all around the block. And by the time you get back to the building, you're gonna understand the process of 1 + 1 and why it's 2. That's how he got down. He explained everything out so that you didn't have to ask nobody else. And I love you for that, Dad. I tell you right now, because it just makes my whole life and the way that I think just look at like it. I can see a map in front of me. I can take that road or I could take that road. And when you give children opportunities, that's what you do. You give them roads, you give them opportunities. And like I told y'all yesterday, I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. That's how I learned theater. I'm acting now, not because of no major actor, but because of my teacher in Children's Aid Society, a real good teacher that actually taught theater that decided to give his time to some children after school. That's what I'm talking about. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because guess what, you guys? I got something for you right now. It's time to get into that health and wellness section. We going over today because we got work to do. 5 isometric holds that fit 95% of your mobility problems. Again, I found 5 isometric holds that fix 95% of your mobility problems. You got mobility problems. You heard that crack down there. Your back is bothering you. You can't do like this and you can't do like that. Well, guess what I got for you this morning? And we're going to get through it together. Because what do we do over here? We share information. We worry about each other and we care about each other. And consideration is somebody that thinks about you when you're not around, just to let you know the definition. I think about you guys when you're not around. So I go through a lot to find these clips for our health and wellness section. We're going to get into 5 isometric holds that 95% will fix 95% of your mobility problems. I'm talking about bad back. When you try to get up, your back bothers you, or maybe your knee be cracking a little bit. I love this video right here because it covers everything by just doing these range of motion moves. I'm not going to take too long. I'm getting right into it. We got starting off, we're going to have a deep squat. We're going to have to hold that squat. They're going to be most effective for the lower back, pain and tight hips. You know how when you get stiff when you try to bend down? That's because you're sitting in that chair a lot and you're in front of that computer, or you hold one position for so long that your body is not used to moving in those motions. We got another one called the 90-90. It's a way that you turn your legs this way and the other one that way, and you turn the position, and this helps out with your rotator. We need to work on these situations, especially if you work at a desk or you sit down a lot. Trust me. We've got another one called the bird dog. You hold this one. It's simple but effective. It provides complete stability and strength training. We're going to get into it, you guys. I'm going to do them with you. A couple that I can do standing up, and I'm going to try to get them all done. We're going to go down the timeline. This is our health and wellness section. We don't just do one sort of health and wellness, whatever it is, to make your spirits go up, to make you breathe better. Anything health and wellness is what we cover over here. Let's get into it, you guys, and I hope you appreciate the content that you're about to get. Took my time to get this for you guys. It takes me a little while now because we're going through a lot, and I always want to make sure that we're getting the good stuff. Audrey Durham, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I'm just hoping that you guys like this. Let's go.
Did you know 5 isometric holds can fix almost every mobility problem you're dealing with? So let's jump right in with our first hold. Did you know 5 isometric holds can fix almost every mobility problem you're dealing with? So let's jump right in with our first hold, the deep squat hold. Now, you've probably never considered holding a squat as a mobility exercise, but physical therapists consider it one of the most effective positions for hip mobility and ankle flexibility. If you've got tight hips, lower back pain, or you feel stiff every time you try to bend over, this one hold addresses all of it. Don't worry if you've never done it before, you can easily perform this right at home with no equipment at all.
And pay attention, you guys. It is just a squat, but there is so many things that it does to help you out. And if you're having problems doing this squat, there's going to be many other supportive areas that we can do. You can hold on to something. You can do part of it. Whatever you do, you guys, we're going to do it in moderation. I am not a doctor or a therapist. But what I do tell you guys, I try to recommend it before, if you have any mobile problems, you may want to lean back from doing this. If you do want to work on your issues and you know you're going to be okay because you work out anyway, I think that you might want to look into this. But anybody who's on the fence, you can get your follow-ups and your recommendations from your doctor. I believe in these, and I'm going to definitely think that we should do them. We're going to get into a couple of them now. These are the 5 motions that help out to fix 95% of your range of motions issues.
If you sit for long hours throughout the day, you'll definitely want to learn the correct way to hold a deep squat. So here's how you do it. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes pointed slightly outward. Slowly lower yourself down into a deep squat position, keeping your heels flat on the ground and your chest as upright as possible. Your hips should drop below your knees if your mobility allows it. Once you're in the bottom position, just hold it there. Try to hold for about 20 to 30 seconds to start, and then gradually work yourself up to like 60 seconds or longer. Trust me, if you've never done it before, it is not as easy as it looks. Your ankles, hips, and back will be working in ways they probably haven't moved in years. So you're going to want to start off holding onto something sturdy like a countertop or a door frame until you build up that stability and flexibility. What makes the deep squat hold so powerful is that it works multiple joints through their full range of motion, while also teaching your body to be comfortable in positions it's lost access to. Most people can barely get into a deep squat anymore because they spend their entire day sitting in chairs, but your body is designed to rest in a deep squat. Look at young children or people in cultures where floor sitting is common. They can hold a deep squat for minutes without any discomfort. When you never use that full range of motion in your hips and ankles, those joints get stiff and your body compensates by putting stress on your lower back. And
older people always tell me, Boogotti, you better use it or you're going to lose it. Move, you guys, flow, get up and down, squat deep. I can actually do it for a long time. I just didn't want to be off camera too long. Yeah, because I'll be working out. Let's go. Let's go.
That's why so many people with limited squat depth also have chronic lower back problems and need joint pain relief. By holding a deep squat
don't do it yet because they're going to show you ways to do it to not fall. You can hold on to the wall. You can hold on to things to do this. Anything that we show you over here, we can do it in moderation. Let's look at it like this. Ain't nobody watching you. Do it this way until you get it right, but just do it. Don't beat yourself up if you can't do it. We will move on to the next one. You might be better at doing some range of motions than others, because it might be that way. Let's just be calm about this and let's just take our time, y'all. Let's go.
Regularly, you're essentially reminding your joints how they're supposed to move. You're lubricating the hip and ankle joints, stretching the muscles that have become chronically shortened, and teaching your body to feel safe and stable in this natural resting position. After just a few weeks of doing this hold, you'll notice that bending over feels easier, getting down to the ground becomes more natural, and that nagging lower back tightness starts to fade away. All right, now that we've opened up the lower body with the deep squat, it's time to shift the focus to a position that targets your hip rotation in multiple directions. The 90-90 hip hold takes your hip joint through ranges of motion that most people have completely lost access to over.
I want you guys to notice that he's next to a wall, and if you need that wall, put your hand over there. Come off the wall a little bit, off the wall a little bit, and after a while, you won't need the wall. We go through stages in life. We go through stages in working out. I want you guys to be happy that you're getting small accomplishments. You might start off where you're falling over, whatever like that. A small accomplishment is not falling over no more. Same way Nova had to go through it to get his legs back. Let's earn it back. It's all good.
Over the years. Now, this hold is great for improving internal and external hip rotation at the same time. These are some commonly restricted ranges of motion when people are dealing with hip stiffness and lower back pain. By targeting both internal and external rotation simultaneously, it helps to restore the natural movement patterns your body has lost from years of sitting in chairs and moving in limited planes of motion. If sitting cross-legged on the floor feels impossible, or you've experienced tightness deep in your hips, the 90-90 hip hold is a must-have in your routine to make you feel younger and more mobile. So let me show you how to do it. Start by sitting on the floor with one leg in front of you and one leg behind you, both bent at 90-degree angles. Your front shin should be roughly parallel to your body, and your back shin should be roughly perpendicular to it. This is the 90-90 position. And for many people, just getting into this position is a serious challenge. Now try to sit up tall with your chest lifted and your spine straight. If you can't keep your spine upright, that's a sign your hips are very tight, and you may need to sit on a yoga block or a folded towel to elevate yourself slightly. Once you're in position, just hold it there, focus on breathing deeply and allowing your hips to relax into the stretch. Hold for about 30 to 60 seconds per side. If maintaining this position is a challenge, just use your hands on the ground behind you for extra support.
Right.
Keep your torso as upright as possible throughout the hold.
Right.
Avoid leaning to one side or collapsing forward, as that will reduce the effectiveness of the position. After just a couple minutes of this hold, you're going to feel your hips start to really open up. But if this position is too challenging for you at first, you can try sitting on a higher surface like a yoga block or even a low bench to make getting into the 90-90 easier. I'm pretty sure you're going to be looking forward to the fifth exercise because it's one that dramatically improves your upper back strength and shoulder stability. It's especially helpful for anyone who feels tightness between their shoulder blades. But more on that coming up. Right now, we're at the bird dog hold. This is simple but incredibly effective.
And I'm sure you guys have heard about this before. It's good for balance, it's good for strength training, and for calmness. Get into this position and hold it as long as you can. I can.
At first glance, it may look like just a basic core exercise, but this hold provides one of the most complete stability challenges for your entire body that you can possibly do. It specifically targets your core, lower back, glutes, and shoulders all at once. Now, this hold isn't just about building strength, it's about functionality and injury prevention. The bird dog hold teaches your body to maintain stability while moving your limbs independently, which is exactly what happens when you walk, reach, or perform any daily activity. When your core can't stabilize your spine properly, your lower back compensates by tightening up, which leads to chronic pain and stiffness. So to perform this hold, start on all fours with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Keep your back in a neutral position with your core engaged.
Straight down.
Now simultaneously extend your right arm straight out in front of you and your left leg straight behind you.
So you're doing this. That one for that one. Right for left.
Your arm and leg should be parallel to the ground, and your body should form a straight line from your fingertips to your toes. Now, here's where most people make a mistake. They let their hips rotate or their lower back arch. Instead, keep your hips level and square to the ground. Imagine you're balancing a cup of water on your lower back and you don't want to spill a single drop. Squeeze your glute on the extended leg side to keep your leg straight and engaged. Hold this position for about 20 to 30 seconds per side. As you grow stronger, you can increase the hold time to 45 seconds or even 60 seconds.
This is core, this is strength training. It's gonna make you better for standing up. You're gonna be bending, flexing much better. This is for us. This is health and wellness, y'all. Come on, baby, let's go.
Focus on slow, deep breathing to help maintain stability and control throughout the hold. Now, if you're someone who deals with chronic back pain, stiff hips, or joints that ache every time you move, I want to tell you about something that can help. Doing these 5 holds is great, but if you want a complete day-by-day program that restores your mobility from head to toe,
And yes, we share with the love with the platform. Go ahead and subscribe.
that's exactly why I created Reboot Your Body. It's a simple step-by-step 30-day program designed to help you move pain-free again so you can get down on the floor with your kids or grandkids, get up without wincing, and actually enjoy being active instead of dreading it. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Now that we've focused on core stability, let's shift gears and dive into a hold that challenges your back.
Okay, we got 5 isometric holds that fix 95% of mobility problems. The channel is called Strength Mode. The channel is called Strength Mode. It is a link in the description for this video. Right now, if y'all want to go down, you're going to see the link right there for the 5. It's right there. I promise I made sure, and I put the one up yesterday too for that link too.
Balance and strengthens all the small stabilizer muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips. Single leg balance is one of the most underrated exercises for maintaining it.
Notice the chair is there. A lot of this stuff, you can get support until you don't need it anymore.
Independent living and preventing falls as we age. Your ability to balance on one leg is directly connected to your overall mobility, strength, and functional capacity. It's designed to be natural and effortless, but due to modern lifestyles where we're always wearing supportive shoes and walking on flat surfaces, our balance systems become weak and unreliable. When your balance deteriorates, you become more cautious in your movements, which leads to even more stiffness and loss of mobility. This hold not only improves your balance, but it also strengthens your ankles, activates your glutes, and challenges your core to maintain an upright posture. Look, if you've ever felt wobbly when standing on one foot to put on your shoes, this hold right here is essential for regaining that natural stability. It's also going to transfer over to activities like hiking, walking on uneven surfaces, or playing with your kids or grandkids, and make all those movements feel safer and more confident. Now, I know it looks easy, but I suggest paying close attention to the form. You're going to want to stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Shift your weight onto your right foot and slowly lift your left foot just a few inches off the ground. Keep your standing leg straight but not locked, with a slight bend in your knee. Now focus on a spot on the wall directly in front of you at eye level. This visual anchor will help you maintain your balance. Keep your hips level and your core engaged. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head to help maintain an upright spine and proper alignment throughout your body. Hold this position for about 30 to 60 seconds per side. As you improve, you can make it more challenging by closing your eyes, standing on a soft surface like a pillow, or slowly moving your lifted leg in different directions while maintaining your balance.
It's not as
if you
easy
need
as
extra
you think.
support, start by lightly touching a wall or countertop with one finger.
It's not as easy as you think, huh?
Then gradually reduce that support as your balance improves over time. Avoid locking your standing knee or leaning your torso to one side. Focus on slow, controlled breathing in order to maintain calm and stability. The key is to let your ankle and hip stabilizers do the work, not your arms flailing around trying to catch your balance. If you find yourself losing balance repeatedly, that's actually valuable information. It tells you which side is weaker and needs more attention. When most people try to improve their mobility, they often forget that their upper back and shoulders need strengthening in extended positions. That's why I saved the prone swimmer ISO for last. This hold is a highly effective movement that targets your upper back, rear shoulders, and the muscles that support good posture, which are some of the most commonly weak areas in the human body. This is a simple yet very powerful way to improve your upper.
If you notice, it's all core. It's all core. We got to build that core up so that when you need it, it's there for you. Build that core up, you guys. And one thing about core, it's hard, but it really gives back. And if anybody has ever done any core or strength training, you know what I'm talking about. When you need that core strength, it's there for you. That's what I'm saying. These little moves like this, you're going to love it once you master them.
Back strength, reduce tension in your neck and shoulders, and increase your ability to maintain upright posture throughout the day. These are all things that lead to living a better life with less pain and more confidence in how you carry yourself. So if you struggle with rounded shoulders, have trouble keeping your chest up throughout the day, or feel weakness in your upper back, this hold is a must. For upper back strength,
I'm going to tell you to cheat if you're scared to face plant. How about do it on the bed? Yeah, do it on the bed. I know it's not going to be as stable because the bed is soft, but see if you can do it on the bed first just to see, and you got a little bit of stability under you, and then move on from there.
From years of sitting hunched over leads to compensations throughout your entire body. The prone swimmer ISO will help restore that strength and make standing tall feel natural and effortless again. Follow closely how to do it. You're going to start by lying face down on the floor with your arms extended overhead in a Y position, about 45 degrees away from your body. Your legs should be straight and together behind you with your toes pointed. Now simultaneously lift your chest, arms, and legs off the ground, keeping everything straight and engaged. Your arms should stay in that Y position, and your legs should be lifted just a few inches off the floor. Look down at the ground to keep your neck in a neutral position. Avoid cranking your head back, as that will create unnecessary tension in your
I know I'm probably optimistic, but I think a lot of y'all can do this. And even if you got a stomach, use it, roll on it, use it to rock with it, whatever, until it's gone. Use it.
neck. Hold this position for about 15 to 20 seconds to start. You should feel your entire posterior chain working from your upper back down through your glutes. As you grow stronger, you can increase the hold time to 30 seconds or even 45 seconds. Focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together and keeping your arms straight and active throughout the hold. You're going to want to avoid arching your lower back excessively. The goal is to feel this hold primarily in your upper back and shoulders, not your lower back. Focus on engaging your glutes in order to protect your spine and maximize the benefit to your upper back.
That means squeeze your butt cheeks together. To hell with that, focus on your glutes. Squeeze your butt cheeks together to give your back some more support. When you're doing that, squeeze it together. There you go.
Want to challenge yourself, you can try moving your arms to different positions, like straight out to the sides or down by your hips to target different parts of your upper back. As you get stronger, you can also try holding light water bottles in your hands to add resistance, but only after you can comfortably hold the position for 30 seconds with just your body weight. All right, now's the time for me to show you how you can combine these holds into a very quick and effective routine that you can do every single day. Up first, you're going to do the deep squat hold for 2 sets of 30 to 60 seconds. Start by holding onto something for support and then...
Told you, hold on to something for support. And you're not going to be a master right out. You're not supposed to be.
Progress to holding it without assistance. Then you're going to do the 90-90 hip hold for 2 sets of 30 to 60 seconds per side. Focus on sitting up tall and breathing deeply into the stretch. Then over to the bird dog hold, and you're going to hold for 20 to 30 seconds per side for 2 rounds. After that, we do single leg balance for 2 sets of 30 to 60 seconds per leg. And finally, the prone swimmer ISO, which you're going to hold for 15 to 30 seconds for 2 rounds. As always, be sure to take your time and breathe through each hold. This isn't a workout where you're trying to rush or create maximum effort. In total, this routine takes about 15 to 20 minutes and addresses mobility and stability in your hips, ankles, core, and upper back.
When you're using your range of motion, it makes it much easier for you. A lot of us are sitting in a chair. And notice how when you do move, you feel like a spasm, like your muscles feel like they're hurting. That's because you're going past the point that it's normally used to being at. You're training your muscles to stay in short positions. You got to flex them. You got to move them out. You got to, guys. And it's all going to help us out for what? Our circulation and range of motion. Let's go.
These are the areas that cause the vast majority of stiffness, pain, and balance problems that people experience. This routine, consistently done daily or at least 4 to 5 times per week, will yield noticeable results within just a few weeks. You'll feel more stable on your feet, move with more confidence, and that constant tightness you've been living with will start to fade away. The key is consistency. These holds work, but only if you actually do them regularly and focus on maintaining proper form throughout each position. The deep squat hold restores your natural resting position and opens up tight hips and ankles. The 90-90 hip hold targets rotational mobility that most people have completely lost. The bird dog hold builds core stability and teaches your body to move with control. Single leg balance strengthens your stabilizer muscles and prevents falls. And the prone swimmer ISO rebuilds the upper back strength you need for pain-free posture. When you put all 5 of these holds together,
the whole body,
you're creating a complete mobility and stability system that addresses every major area where stiffness and weakness develop. You're not just treating symptoms with temporary stretches. You're fixing the root causes of limited movement and chronic discomfort through sustained positions that retrain your body. And here's the thing, these holds don't require you to be in great shape to start. They meet you where you are right now.
So stop all them excuses, y'all. Stop the excuses. Do what you can and help you and support yourself where you can.
You can only hold the deep squat for 10 seconds, that's fine. If you need to use your hands for support in the 90-90 position, that's expected. The goal is progress, not perfection. Start with what you can do today and watch how your body responds over the next few weeks. You'll notice small improvements at first. Maybe your squat depth increases slightly, or you can balance a bit longer without wobbling. Then those small improvements compound into bigger changes. Suddenly you're moving better, feeling younger, and living with less pain and more confidence than you have in years. Share this video with a friend that you think would also find it to be helpful. Did you know?
That's right, you guys. 5 isometric, ISO metric, METRIC holds. Hold It, HOLDS, that fixed 95% of your mobility problems. I know a lot of people tried it. Probably a lot of people didn't, but the ones that did, I know that you felt what I felt. You felt that energy, you felt that motion, you felt that wake up, because there's certain muscles that you have not used in a long time. Take this progressively. You take your time. You do it over time. The same way like we got to train ourselves with the shower. I am able to now cut the cold water on. I stand back a little bit. I wet the cloth. I put the soap on, and then I start like this, and I can walk right into the cold water and rinse myself off. I can turn around now. I can move all around. Why? Because I've been training myself. I've been working out, and I've been doing my thing. That's right, you guys. Anything you want, you can work hard for it. You got to work hard for it. And I try to bring you guys these health and wellness sections so that we can all learn from each other. Feel free to send me videos to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge. This, not that, but this, LLC@gmail.com. But I'm going to ask you, I'm going to pray to you, I'm going to beg you. Please stop sending me the videos that's straight up and down, because you guys are going to be mad because I'm not going to play them. And I don't want to do that. I don't want you wasting your time by sending me stuff that's not landscape. I need the whole layout. I don't want to show videos where it's already small and you got to go in even more. I just don't want to do that. I really appreciate the content that you get. So sometimes when you send me those videos, I actually go try to find the one that actually can fit on the screen. But you guys, I can't keep doing that. And most of the time it's a short and they just don't have it available. I rather have a full screen because I'm already using a screen as well. Trying to give you guys as much visual aid as possible. Somebody says get on a bike. Another person says please also go swimming. Yes, swimming is all range of motion, all range of motion. Use your legs. Swimming pools, definitely get out there in the swimming pool this summer and make sure you guys get that range of motion going. Move around, go in the park, take a walk, breathe. No excuses no more, you guys. You know what's very attractive to see or really cool for me to see? Somebody that actually got a lot of body weight but know how to move and know what they're doing because they've been training for a little while. That's what I really like to see. You don't even got to get rid of all the weight. You don't even got to get rid of it. But once you can flow, range of motion, we're talking about circulation. We're talking about vital organs. We're talking about blood flow. We're talking about respiratory. Things that are really important. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And of course, like I said, that link is in the description if you guys want to check it out for yourself. I really appreciate you guys go do that and show some love and go ahead and subscribe to their channel. That's how we do it around here. We don't hate. Go ahead, anywhere we find information from, we tell you guys to subscribe and share the information because each one teach one and it makes us all better. Let's keep on moving forward. It ain't over. You know what we got to do. Let's get it. We got to get on over to the elk basketball game. We got an elk playing basketball with a horse. You know we love animals and we don't play around. We don't get out of here unless we show some love. That's right, you guys. I never saw anything like this before. I said, you know what? Let me see how cool this is because it sounds like it was pretty cool. But let me see, are they really playing ball together? So here we have a horse who has a ball and he wants to share it with his elk friend. Check it out. This moment with a horse and an elk is pure magic. The horse was playing with the ball when the elk approached and clearly wanted to join in on the fun. While the horse seemed eager to welcome him, he struggled to get the ball over the fence. For his new friend,
S.
the elk waits eagerly as the horse keeps trying, determined to let the elk play with the ball. And when he finally gets the ball over the fence, it turns into such a magical moment. It looks like something out of a Disney movie. When they greet each other with a little kiss. They greet each other with a little kiss. And both of them was kicking their feet like crazy, right? Now the horse like, give me my ball back. Yes, we love animals over here. We always show love to the animals, guys. You know how we do. It's our bottom line, and you know how we do over here with our show. We love to show love to the animals, and we love to show love to each other. That's right, you guys. So like I said, if you got any videos that you like to show and you like to send in, all you got to do is send them into the show at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And guess what? You guys know what we're about to do right now. I'm about to tell you now. If you're trying to promote a business, I don't know, you might have a coffee company. You might be out there selling advertisements. You might be selling, I don't know what you're doing, but you know what we do over here? We help each other. Thank you, Jordan, so much like you always do. Let's keep on moving forward. That's what that 5 on it. That's the 5 that Jordan got for me. I appreciate that. That will go towards the funds and to looking out for many people. And we still ain't finished with Nova because he's got a couple of more sessions to do. But guess what? The way that he's walking now, I think my boy is all straight. So yes, Lynn and Nova, we're going to show the new update tomorrow. We got a new video that we're going to show everybody from Lynn and Nova for the new updates of Nova walking without the harness and without the wheelchair. Once again, having a good time at recovery as well. Do your boy a favor. This is going to be your last chance right here to double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. If you appreciate the show, we've been doing this since 6 o'clock this morning, but we start pooling as soon as I get off to make sure that we got good content. I'd appreciate it. Go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up and give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, I'm just kidding because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. And the first just rolled around. I know we had to pay those bills, but I would appreciate it if you can give it to us in the form of likes. That's right, you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. It's a whole $2.99. And coming up, we got that Show Your Talent Search. That's right, we've been in contact with Donna D. That's right, you guys. Thank you so much, Sebastian the Ruler, for the $10 super chat. Gotti, best morning show. You and YouTube, hit that like button. I hope we did show it up today because I don't like playing around. I like making sure that you guys get trending topics, current events, and we do all of our follow-ups. That's why we cover so much now, to make sure that everybody gets something out of bottom line. That's what we do over here. And now we got the Show Your Talent search that we got going up in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And whoever wins, boom, they're gonna make $250, along with that one person that's gonna be able to come in online. And after everybody competes and we get a winner from every borough, everyone is gonna compete against each other. And we're gonna see who can win that $1,000 grand prize. That's what we're talking about. It's the Show Your Talent search by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. 2 G's and 2 P's. Be careful now, because this is one of the best drinks that's on the market. It just happens to be 14% alcohol. It comes in a 12-ounce can, much bigger than the other ones. And guess what? You're going to mix that grape with that raspberry, with that lemon, and woo! The load come tumbling down. Very delicious drink, if I do say so myself. Big Drip Hard Punch. You want to be a part of that talent show where my DJ going to be there, DJ Don Dada from Black Ink Crew? All you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip, 2 G's, 2 P's.com. Go to the first page, put your email address in the notification area, and we're going to put you up on where we're going to be at. Like I told you, all 5 boroughs, and then we're going to hit New Jersey, and then we're going to swing it back and keep on moving. This summer is going to be good for us. I'm going to be out there recording content, and look forward to having exclusive video content for the Discord, as well as a mod room. That's right, all of the mods, you're gonna have one room that you can go hang out in, share information, figure out game plan, how you guys wanna strategize on stuff. We got a lot going on with the Discord, you guys. We're gonna have a grow room going on for everyone who has a green thumb, who wants to do what? Get our hanging planters, because guess what? We already got stuff popping out. We got babies popping out, and we're doing our thing over here. I've already hung my other planter up. You know what this is, right? These are our herbs and hanging gardens right here. You get 28 slots. You can put any sort of herb in here, and even if you live in an apartment building, you can hang this up by a window, and you can just feed it, water it, and next thing you know, you've got basil, You've got all sorts of other stuff coming down right in your own living room. It's possible to do it, and we done showed you guys how to do it. So yes, we have the Justice for All planter kit. That's right, 28 sleeves. It also comes with seeds. You get your there you go. You got your decal in there. And you know we had to put the keychain in there. So this pack right here is fully loaded with everything that you need. Crystal just got one. Liberties and Justice just got one. But you know what I'm gonna tell you guys? Let's prove it and let's show the people what we can do with it. If you don't use the seeds, just go and get a just go and grab the herbs and put them in already potted and just maintain it. We don't mind you doing that. We just want to become self-sustained and grow our own because we see what's out here and what they're feeding us, and we're not having it anymore. How the song go, you guys? We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. That stuff that you're growing and trying to feed us, we're not gonna take it anymore. Not at all. And you guys, y'all know what time it is because we can't get up out of here on hump day without saying those prayers. That's right, we got to get those prayers in the air. I want to pray for every single person here. I want to pray for all of our new mods. Congratulations, Sam Champion. Congratulations and thank you, Winter, so much for being a part of the show. Thank you, Liberty, for finding great people and knowing who to pick. Also, Casey, thank you also, my brother. Want to thank everybody here, all of our mods, Jeff Spilker, Mark Dorfman, as well as Batty Lynn and Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Right now, I want to pray for you and myself. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for commitment. I want to pray for dedication. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for us to be able to meet each other on a medium where we can just stop worrying about party so much and we can just be human beings because that's what we are. Before party, you do know, before Republican, before Democrat, before independent, and before conservative, there was human beings, and that's who we are. That's how I want us to treat each other, love each other, and let's stick together. So that's why I'm praying this morning for liberty and justice. Jeffrey Spilker, Tanya, Faye, Ad Rains, Casey Ramos, Miss Swanza, Mary Tanner, Rebecca Lanyan, one of my sister, Jeffrey Spilker. Who else is over here? Collective, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Sybil, CJ the Cat, I'm a bitch times. There you go. Rebecca Lanyan, Bueno, Audrey, I see you. If you guys got photos or stuff like that, please send them in. We've been putting them up. Tanya Zimmerman. We also got Mary Tanner. I see Ad Rains in the building. God bless you too. Also Soldier. There you go. 1810. I see Faye, Liberty and Justice. Casey Ramos. Can't forget about Terry. Can't forget about Colessive. Can't forget about who else we want to shout out. Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker. Also, we can't forget about all of the people that are out there sick and shut out. Want to pray for you guys and let you know that we got something coming for you this end of the month. You don't even know it, but some of you people that you know that's always here, I got something coming for you at the end of the month. We do not just keep our tips, we spread it out. We're going to be emailing you guys. I've got your messages, and I know who we got to help out. We got some people that we got to help out this month, and I got you. I'm going to pray for you as well, and everybody here is praying for you as well. I'd like to give a special prayer for Kendra, a special prayer for Kendra Walker, and let you know that we love you and we're here for you. Also want to pray for Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, also Sam Champion and your family, Ad Rains as well. You guys, amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me on the #1 show on YouTube because you guys make it that way. And I try to do my thing as well. Our bottom line. You guys know what it is. See you guys tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Same bat channel, same bat station. Get 'em! Peace.